like trying to interject creeper intelligence, but it's like a fun fact book, like a little book. Did you know?
And then we have sound. So, one thing I'll do for you folks, because we're kind of moving the trip forwards, this is your opportunity to use any of your skills in the brief time you're with the other students and Professor Harold and Blaine to try to gather any information or just a general feel about what's going on. Professor Harold is pissed off. I think I made it pretty clear, but you feel free to do anything else you'd like to.
But we're back on campus.
Yeah, but this is representing the trip. So on the trip, I kind of wanted to see if you want to gather anything.
I want to see if there's anything different with Little Rod.
With who?
Little Rod. Roderick.
Oh, Little Roger. Okay, sure.
Since basically I knew him beforehand, I want to see if there's anything different about him now.
Gotcha. Let the goose quit talking.
We didn't even have to wait for somebody to flush the toilet.
I know, I was just thinking about that. I was like, just randomly did that. So what skill would you like to use to see that? To figure out if there's anything different?
So see if there's anything different. What would that be?
One thing too, on these rolls, I would prefer we do not push these because you're the ones in trouble, so to speak. Unless you have a really, really good way of how you can push it while you're under Professor Harold's baleful glare.
Like rephrasing a question or something.
Yeah, that'd be a good way to do it.
How about my spot
This
hidden?
is right
See
up
if
my
there's
alley
anything
for my skills.
exactly different.
That'd be more psychology. Spot hidden is actually looking for physical things that are hidden. So if you want to get a measure of how he's acting differently, psychology is probably your best bet. Because that's a behavioral issue, is what you're.
Yeah.
Oh, there's someone.
Hello. Oh, yeah, there's a cord there. Sorry. Yeah, she was distracted by my wave. That's my friendly.
So are we just on
my
campus
my
in
friendly
general?
Yeah.
You want
yeah,
to
she waved us in.
assume we decided
People
not
pick
to
up on it.
actually
It's like
role
my
play out
friendly
the
little
trip.
boy wave.
What I
I
said
do it all,
on the
like,
trip,
that's
this
the
will
whole
be your
gist.
chance.
Well, I mean,
You
we're
don't
not
have
like
to.
confined to dorms or we're stuck being questioned by
Yeah,
the
yeah.
professor or whatever.
Cover that.
Jonathan, he
Once we get
seems
there.
completely normal.
Because I need to know that before I decide what I'm going to do.
When you arrive on campus, you're not. I mean, you are not like in handcuffs or arrest or anything like that. But you will have to meet with the dean. Does that help? What? No, what, Blake?
I'd say it looks completely normal to me.
Okay.
Can I get with Blaine? Are we still like on the trip?
You can't get with him one-on-one. No.
No. I can get with him and his people, right? Him
Not
around.
one-on-one. Professor Harold's not letting you folks out of his sight.
I'm not gonna give. No, I don't want to be with him one-on-one. I just want to know, can I be with him and
It's
his,
an open
and his
relationship.
group? Yeah, it's an open relationship.
You can, but do you mean separate from everyone else, or I'm not sure.
No, I mean.
You can talk to him in his group if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
You gonna shout fuck you down the train.
Trying to figure out how to do
Yeah,
that.
well, no, I really want to come up on him
Space
and,
here.
and
Start bringing
ask him
my
some
camping
questions.
chair.
I mean, honestly.
You want to role play it out, or you use a skill or both? Actually, let's do one or the other.
Yeah, I don't have intimidate. That's really wrong. I want to just smack, smack. No,
That's when you want me to go talk
yeah, I'm gonna try to persuade him and just like,
to. I've got the intimidation.
like I don't know who you,
You
are
didn't get
now.
fast talk?
I don't. I could go that way with it too, but no, it's more like I really want to. Like, I'm gonna try to persuade because I'm gonna honestly reach out to him.
Persuade him to do what?
To open up to me and give me some information, because this is in character. I want to tell him, like, listen, I don't know who you are now or what your motives or agenda are now, but I know the person you used to be, and if you could help me understand or make sense of all this chaos, then maybe we could come to terms in some way, or like there's no sense for us, like where I'm standing at now, more and more happens, and you went from a friend to an enemy. And please help me understand. So maybe, like, it doesn't have to be this way, Blaine. But if you make it this way, like, I'm not the only one you got to worry about. You know, like kind of a veiled threat. Hey,
So basically, you're just
I got
grab him by the
people.
shoulder
Make
and be like,
persuasion.
"Dude,
I got people too, Blaine. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people.
Yeah, don't worry about the dean and all the pod people.
Yeah, don't
You've
worry.
got 7
You got pod people. You got these great overlord masters. But you know what? I
I'd say
got
we're
7
matched
other
'cause there's
students
6 pod
on my
people to
side.
blame.
Yeah. Okay. True.
One down here.
Man, just barely. Yeah, I just barely failed it.
I want you to make a second check for me.
The second check?
I do want you to make a spot hidden roll.
Okay, spot hidden. I'm a little bit better at that.
Mark in the back of his head.
No.
You failed the spot hidden, but you passed the persuade.
No, I barely failed the persuade, and you said not to push it, so I didn't.
Well,
Uh,
if you push it, I need to, because you're under duress.
Mhm.
You're under the watchful eye of the professor. Give me a good explanation of how you're going to push that persuasion. I'm not saying I won't allow it, but it's a little more stringent than normal. Maybe it's a better way to put it.
Blame yourself.
Yeah. I just want to be like, I'm trying to be. Listen, I'm trying to comply. I'm not trying to. I want to know. Help me understand. You know, I just want to. If the professor's there, like you said, he's not letting me out of his sight. I'm just like, regardless of what you've heard, Professor, me and Blaine, this started back, and I don't know all of what he's told you, but I'm, in my own way, I'm trying to make it right now. I just want answers. I just want to come back to MU, and if I can, maybe forget about all this. And we can move on. You know, we can move on from here. And let bygones be bygones.
Blaine listens to your persuasion. We'll call it that.
Yeah, I mean, I see it as that, because I'm really trying to, like, make peace.
He doesn't make comments, I'm saying. Like, he lets you say your piece.
Yeah.
And then when you're done, he says, I'm afraid this is so severe we can't act like it never happened. The dean is very upset. Professor Harold is here upset. And Professor Harold immediately jumps in the conversation and begins to berate and ride your ass, basically. And he can role play it out, but you can imagine he's using this as an
You brought
opportunity
this
to...
on yourself. Rabble,
Yeah.
rabble, rabble.
Yeah.
Kids today, rabble, rabble, rabble.
Blabber, blabber.
You're going to make it right now that you're in trouble. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
prohibition was in place, and the fact that you're there representing the university and you were caught with alcohol, whether it was yours or not, it doesn't matter. That's a big deal. It's a big mark against our university. So that's his. I'm not saying what it is. I think that's his argument for it.
Because
is
it's
what
like
he's
he
saying.
was a part of the football team, and he was, I remember that. He was real active with sports and everything. So I like to think it's kind of like it's kind of like an Obi-Wan
changed,
Anakin
bro.
moment. Yeah, it's just like, from my point of view,
bro.
the Jedi are evil, and I'm just like, Obi, I'm just like, you truly are lost then. Like,
Well,
but it still makes me cry.
Let's do this to help out. Let's have everyone make a psychology roll. Even if you already made a roll, go ahead and make it again.
You're my brother.
Which dice do I use for this?
You have two. You can 10-sided dice. If you have two, it makes it
No,
easier.
that's good, man.
I rolled a 16.
Oh. Okay.
I got one.
No, that's
So
They call it, yeah,
Roll it twice.
I've
And
got
pick
a
which
couple
one's
extra in
tens.
here.
You want your first one to be 10s or your second one?
I got it.
You want one to be tens,
Success.
one to be one. You're rolling percentage.
And you said it was a psychology
Oh,
check?
I got a
Yes.
percentage
Not
die.
seeing.
I have percentage. Oh, okay, there you
I
go.
didn't make it.
Like, he didn't say 10.
I rolled a 16, but I didn't give myself
Oh,
anything
okay.
extra.
He
I
tried
only
to
had
knock over a
10%
few of
left.
us.
Woo, 44.
What's your psychology?
I don't have second.
Well, then you-
it'd be 10% then.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
you
got
do.
success, but yeah.
Okay, all I need to know is who got successes.
Doesn't matter about degree.
Doesn't matter.
There is a reason why I'm not saying anything.
So there's two of you have successes. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Just those two? No one else? Did you get worked out?
You would have connections to him
You
too.
know how to do it?
You know,
Well,
you're
no,
my
I didn't
sister, and
pass.
he was
Oh, you
one
didn't
of my
pass. Okay,
friends,
good.
you know.
All right, so
Also, he
you,
lost my beats.
you two made your psychology roll.
Yeah.
You notice two things. First off, Blaine has extremely high anxiety and looks like he hasn't really eaten or slept well, more so since the last time you saw him. And I'm talking about very recently. You saw him very recently. He just doesn't look healthy. The second thing is he is, even though he might be a scuzzbag or whatever, he's behaving pretty much in line with Blaine. But the other students are like markedly different from Blaine. And I don't mean it in the pod people way. I mean more like just calm and reserved. I mean, they're not, you notice that they're not talking. They haven't been part of the conversations at all. They haven't said anything, really done anything. So, and that doesn't mean they're pod people. It doesn't mean they're, from another planet or whatever like that. It just,
They're not
it's
acting
like,
weird. They're just not
yeah,
socializing
you know,
or
if they
talking.
don't care or they're just like whatever, but
Just
they're
withdrawn.
they're socially distancing themselves from you. So if you can imagine that you are no longer allowed to sit at the cool kids table, maybe it's a good way to put it.
That is very distressing.
They're snubbing
It's
us.
the worst thing
Very
Blaine's
distressing.
done to me so
Yeah.
far.
Whereas previously you never
the
got that
cutthroat.
vibe from them. You never got that vibe that you guys were two separate groups, but you're kind of like, yeah, you guys are criminals now. Like, we're not going to have much to do.
Oh
Social
man,
outcast.
we're on one. Yep,
Blame's still
we're the
missing
bad
the
kids.
What are you talking
No,
about?
no,
We're the really cool guys.
No, we're
Blake
out of
had
the
a really
social
good
loop.
Blake had a really good point. Blake had mentioned that he was familiar with one of the NPCs before, and that's I'm not bringing that up so that everyone suddenly is familiar with one of the NPCs, but I'm bringing that up to say that keep those relationships in mind. Like Roy's already got a history with Blaine.
Yeah.
If any you want to talk with some of the NPCs, you might be able to start to form that sort of bond where you're familiar with how they should act and how they behave. And in the future, you can go back and look at, well, are they acting like I expect them to act, or are they acting kind of weird today, type thing. So, all right. So anyway, with that, you will be magically back at Arkham, and you're supposed to, well, magically, but you're supposed to meet with the president, Dr. David Adelson.
Oh, we got to meet with the president of college?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm telling you, this is
man.
a big.
Yeah, we're actually kind of lucky we're not.
Yeah, this is a big screw up.
Did you say his
We're
name
kinda
was
lucky we're not the president.
David Adelson.
Adelson? Okay, I was fixing to say
It's probably
like
'cause we're
moonlighting,
kids.
so
It's
they
the
said
only
Adelson.
Yeah.
Adelson.
Yeah, technically we're not. We couldn't pull the whole bicycle thing.
Which means the college had to.
So before you meet with him, any questions or anything? That's just what you find out. You're supposed to meet with him. They're going to allow you folks to sleep in your dorms for the night, and they do ask that you don't leave. I mean, you're technically still possibly at risk for criminal charges, so probably not a wise idea to skip town. I'm not going to say you can.
Is Blaine with us there for the meeting? As
Yeah,
well as the professor?
It'll be the next day.
Next day?
Yeah, it'll be the next day.
Still like,
So-
now we're at Hogwarts.
Yes.
One thing I will share with you folks is this is a campus map of Miskatonic. I keep saying Arkham, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to get the front. Miskatonic University.
I'm not 100% sure on something. Has she been lumped in with all of us for this?
Yes. You don't know why.
The men's
I'm working on that.
Sorry.
I gotta go.
I'm gonna start putting on my charm and persuasion.
I-
And like, I
I've been-
wasn't there. Ask him.
I had been
I
thinking
walked
about
in
that.
with him.
That would be the one that I would be.
Sigma Phi House. That sounds promising.
What are you doing with the map? What's happening?
I'm just trying to
Figuring
find
out
out
what
where
sorority
we would
wants to
be,
go in.
and then
Oh, okay.
probably where
Gotcha.
you
What are your
guys,
charm
you
persuasion?
three would be.
Huh?
What are your charm and
Sean is 35 and persuasion is, where you at? 30.
I'm still stabbed by
It
a
just
want
horse.
to
says
return the
west
favor?
and
'Cause it
east
might make you feel mad
dormitory.
about it.
There's-
70 and 60.
Which isn't that road in previous editions? Like MU
Not
didn't even let girls in
bragging.
for
I
so
was
long.
I know.
curious.
West and
So
east.
at this point in the game, before we meet with the professor, or the president, before we meet the president the next day, this will be a good opportunity for you to interact with the other students who were with Professor Harold that came back with him, because you've got the rest of the evening, and then you've got a little time in the morning. The thing wants to meet you like 9 a.m. or something. So if you would like to interact with any of them, this would be a good time to do it. If they will interact with you, maybe is a better way to put it. They might not.
So interact.
Or you can go to your dorm room and sleep all night. Whatever you want to do.
This doesn't go all the way out for all these things right here, does it?
Sam doesn't trust himself to say anything about anybody at the moment.
All right. You said we can talk to the students now.
You can, yeah. You can approach any of them. Just need to know which one you're going to try to talk to.
Try to talk to Little Rod this time.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over and persuade him. I'm gonna ask him what.
Just don't start off with a persuasion. Because opening a conversation with a persuasion, it's hard to do.
I want to.
You know, I mean, you can just kind of go up and do those normal formalities, like, hey, how's it going? Talk to him a little bit, and then get something you want to persuade him about. It's equivalent of me walking up and saying, James, can I sell you some direct television?
Hey, listen.
I wanna stealth
cold
them
offers
all.
work sometimes. Like, listen, if you have nothing else, cold offers are not a bad thing.
So you want to go up and talk to little Roger. What do you want to talk to him about?
Like I said, small talk. Start talking to him about, you know how crazy it was this weekend, and kind of stuff.
You don't need a psychology check for this, because when he starts to talk to you about this weekend, he doesn't directly talk about what you did. He's more sullen and almost like a modern day goth. He's very down and sad about, yeah, it's really unfortunate what happened to you guys out there. I hate that we all had to leave early because of what you did, and it's just really unfortunate that the university's got a bad reputation there now.
Is this Trent?
Roger.
I would like to slowly. Yeah, I guess it'd be.
Well, I'm gonna.
He's a little antsy, and he says, I really need to go do some research in the library for a class that I got coming up. Anything?
I was just wondering what y'all do. Okay, so we really didn't see y'all much.
Well, we were out in the field with Professor Harold. You know, it wasn't really super productive. We found a couple of things. I don't think much of it's really going to amount to a whole lot, but we'll see. I don't know. We're supposed to present something sometime in the next day or two. I don't know.
Interesting.
He's very emo. He's very just whatever.
Very acting different.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Anything else?
No,
Let me get a couple hours in. Okay, so he heads to the library. He's not in the dorm tonight. What do you want to do, Roy?
I wanted to stalk all these people.
We can stalk one at a time. You won't be able to stalk all of them.
I know, but I want to just straight up start like hunting them, like not violently, but I mean like
He means violent.
yeah, no, I mean like
With a
you
shovel.
know like these guys might be monsters at my high school, and I can't openly do nothing about it. At my college, even worse. Yeah.
So I just need you to tell me who you're going to start to follow.
I want to
I'm
shadow
imagining
them.
it's follow.
Okay, so I got you went to Little Rod. Little Rod going to the library is weird because that right there is
He says
a
he
sword
got
field.
study for it.
Actually, that could actually be accurate.
I thought Little Rod though was like a ball of fire and like he was like into sports and stuff like.
He was a sports person.
The only thing I wrote about him was that he was
So
smart.
there's Little Rod. There's Blaine. Who do I need to?
Apparently I didn't think he was
Did
Well,
anybody seem like,
You can
talkative
always follow
before?
Blaine around.
Want to talk about themselves or were gossip as well?
No, it's like it's more the social distancing.
I meant like before they were talking.
Oh,
You
were they
can
more
check out
lively and
Higgins.
talkative?
I
Yeah,
think
that's
he was
a.
like a geology major. I
That's a
that
good
he's
question. I'll
Irish,
answer.
that he has a
Okay.
birthmark on his face.
I will
and
answer
he
that.
is a
That's a
campus
good question.
clown.
Who else do we
So
got?
you would
That would be
notice
who
if
my
that was
person would go
changed,
to is
right?
the fellow gossip.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What about who was the guy that was a real snob at the beginning?
That's
His name,
Laszlo, the psych
Laszlo.
major.
Yeah, if I gotta take someone down in an alleyway, I want him to be a jerk. So, it's like, so if I gotta kill someone under maybe he's a pod person, maybe not. Well, if he's not a pod person, then right, at least I took one less jerk out of the world. Like, it's a good thing to look at, right?
I guess.
So you want to follow Laszlo?
I guess so. I want to shadow him
Okay.
and.
So Laszlo, upon return to Miss, I keep saying Arkham. I don't know why I'm saying that. Upon return to Miskatonic, his first thing to do is to not go to his dorm room, but he is kind of walking around the campus. Seems like someone has a lot of energy and just needs to walk. If you can get that mental image of someone just, I need to keep going, I need to keep moving.
He just keeps walking around, and does he seem lost in thought, or is his like walking pretty direct?
No, he just seems like he's walking to exercise, maybe is a good way to put it.
All right.
So you want to try to follow him?
He's just walking around. Since I need to go like hunt something a little bit more. I'm straight up Buffy in this, man. Like,
think about it. Adriel had a really good question. She asked which one of these students before the expedition was more outgoing, happy, bubbly kind of type thing. All right, so let's just go down the list of who is what. How about I just give you guys an overview of the personalities, what you know of them. Now, keep it really brief because no one's really passed a check to be intimately into their
Yeah,
social
because
circles.
my character would be going up to the other one that would be like, girl, the hard
Gotcha.
is. Yeah, that's who my character's going to be looking for because she's gossip too.
William Noakes previously was very much on his appearance. He was very high-strung and very nervous. He was often seen wearing a suit. And one of the features William Noakes had that if you were around him for just 5 minutes, you immediately picked up on this is he was constantly checking the time on a pocket watch. It was just a thing he did as a nervous tick, so to speak. Roderick Block he was a Southerner, so he had a bit of an accent, and he was always known for wearing his football jersey. Matter of fact, most people don't ever remember him not wearing a football jersey. So the next one, Professor Harold seems about the same as what he was before, and sorry, that seems he seems very typical professor. He always wore brown suits. He always smoked a pipe. He was outspoken and brash and had a bit of an ego. That's probably the way to put it. Terrence Laszlo. What do you guys remember about Terrence Laszlo?
he was a snob and a jerk.
He drove a car and he was
History,
a snob.
psychology, double major.
That's all I remember.
Yeah. He's still, he's known to be rude and snobbish, and he was always a sharp dresser. Is the thing about Laszlo that was very significant about him. Harold Higgins. You guys remember about him? This is a good way to find out what they actually remember, because we've done this before. They
I
probably
got
forgot.
that he was a geology major. He was Irish. He had a birthmark on his face, and he was a class clown.
Thin, sickly,
He had a characteristic.
green eyes,
He had a character trait that was very well known for.
slight Irish accent.
The class
He always
clown.
tried to be
Campus
funny and
clown.
never. Yes, he tried to be a class clown, but he wasn't funny.
Oh man, poor guy.
Okay.
Not.
Lewis Gibbons. Remember that?
Botany major.
Yep.
Botany major.
Science
Well,
is everything.
that's all I've got.
Yes, and what was his family's background previously?
I do not have that.
His family, he came from a family of doctors, and for whatever reason, he had recently switched from pre-med to being a botany major, and kind of disappointing his family. So, think of a rich
He's
kid.
a pod person.
No, this happened before. That happened before the trip. Like, he was known on campus from like, your parents are a bunch of very successful doctors, and back then, in the more successful careers, you did what your parents did, and he's kind of being a rebel in a sense and switching to a botany major. Clarissa Thurber. She's pretty
Forgot that she's
good.
a daughter of a professor, chem major, excellent student, and that she might have been dating Blaine.
She always looked really nice. Makeup,
Blaine swears up and
hair
down
done
they
just
did it.
right. She wore long, expensive dresses.
He always, Blaine swore up and down the market.
They're just friends. Like, that's the rumor that they're a thing, but then Blaine told me himself that they're just friends. That's just a rumor. Isn't exactly what
He's
it
a
is.
pod person, though. Why would you listen to him?
Clarissa was not known to be a snob. I mean, she was a genuinely attractive lady, but she took very, very good care of herself. Always had makeup, always had her hair fixed.
High maintenance.
Yeah, it could be. Didn't have the attitude. Maybe is a better way to put it. So, all right. So that's how they were previously. Because that was just
No. I'm guessing we're in dorms, so we're in separate dorms.
You guys got to run the campus.
We're on campus.
We just can't leave.
And it's the evening. It's recommended you go. There's nothing actually restricting you from leaving. It's one of those. I would probably be here tomorrow if I were you. Professor Harold time.
I want to go to the library and just spend time trying to see if I can find anything resembling what we've been through.
Okay.
Anybody want to go with me to the professor's office?
I'll go with you because I want to talk to you.
I'll go with Sam to the library and listen. Look up anything on that
I'll go with
area.
to the professor with you because I want to talk to the professor.
Well, it's not just I want to talk to the professor. I want that item that he was talking about.
Well, you can both. Right?
That's why I'm going to.
And I'm just gonna lone wolf.
Okay.
Lone wolf my hunt
So
for
we're gonna
justice.
sit here watch you falling behind
A
somebody.
vigilante stalks the night.
Well, no, I changed my mind.
Are you done yet?
Yeah,
Look
you're like
like
my.
Clarissa
Yeah.
and talk to her.
I'm like
She
Batman,
seems like
and
the
you're my
one
Robin
most
that I
likely
don't
to,
want.
be going
Like from the Lego Batman movie.
about
That
stuff
Robin.
because she like thinks she's like up there
History
with
based
that.
has been better than she can.
So it sounds like you folks are
So
going to
I have a
split.
decent
Are any
one.
people going to stay together? I heard one
I'm
group
gonna
said
go
stay
with
together.
I changed my
Are you
mind.
really
I'll go
coming
with
with me?
That's
not
me
funny.
now.
I'm gonna
So,
each one of these people.
Blake, Corey, Adriel,
just get into
and
the
Frank
yard.
are all going together?
No, I'm going with Sam the
You're going
library.
with Sam. Okay, you're Sam. So are you going with him, you said?
No, I'm gonna go find Carissa and
So you two are together. You two are
Ask her
together.
to explain it all.
Are you by yourself?
yes.
Brenda, what do you
looking
do?
for her.
I think that I am going to go and talk to Higgins.
Higgins, okay. And Roy and James.
Well, he's being a knife murderer.
No, I'm Batman. There's a difference.
He's being a
I'm
creeper
not gonna
right now.
murder
That's all.
me. No, I'm Batman.
And according
So
to
you're
him,
creepy.
I'm being the
Batman's
Robin
around.
he doesn't want.
Stupid.
So I'm like 100 feet behind him, like, are
I'm
you
the
done
shadow.
yet?
There you go.
This is
No, I
boring.
don't even have a weapon. So if they get me off, like if I'm telling one of them, like two things are gonna happen here. Either I'm gonna get some information watching, or or I'm the guy that like, oh no, I found this out. Knife in the back. Like I'm dead. I'm not killing
You find
nobody.
out everything. I need to go
Yeah,
tell
there was a
everyone.
movie where like
Yeah.
the sidekick was a normal kid and he kept trying different superpowers. Like I'm Eggman, like Tennis Man. He'd like do these stupid costumes trying to figure out some good sidekick to be for his friend. I can't remember what it is. That's
Are you done yet? This is really boring.
So in Dungeons and Dragons terms, we are splitting the party many ways, which I'm fine with. It's not as big of a deal in this game. But what I will need to do is put an order in which I address the different groups. So I'll go ahead and say that Sam and Frank, I'm up to you folks last. It'll become readily apparent why once we get started. No, it's just there's.
Stuff we're going to find out, hopefully. Hopefully.
It doesn't mean you will. It's just
Maybe.
it's more complicated. I'll leave it at that. Okay. So who wants to go first? Roy and James need some time alone together, so I can tell.
I would say one of the smaller groups
Tell me.
because we're just going to talk to the
You wanna do yours
professor.
first, Adriel?
sure.
Okay. Now, strongly encourage everyone to listen to each of these interactions. If you listen well, I'll let you guys share it amongst your characters. Okay. But everyone's got to listen because some of these may take a little bit longer. So you were going to meet with Clarissa Thurber.
Yes.
All right. So Clarissa, I'm
Really gonna get tired of that joke.
I lost Clarissa. No, I didn't.
Can't explain it all.
Here we go. So
I hope
Clarissa.
she can explain it.
I'm gonna ask.
So Clarissa Thurber is back in her dorm room. If you want to track her down. So since you're female, you can go into the female dorm. You can go to her room. Would you like to? Her door shut. You want to knock on the door and try to?
Yeah, I'm gonna
What's up?
knock on the door.
Okay. So when you knock on the door, she responds with a very sharp, like, "Who's there? What do you want? Why are you bothering?"
I'm gonna tell her who it's me and be like, it's me, Cecilia. It's like, I really need somebody to talk to. Tonight's been so crazy.
You hear an audible sigh. She says, "All right, come on in. Door's open." When you walk inside, the very first thing you notice about her is that she has changed clothes since you were traveling from Cobb's Corners. The first thing is she's not wearing a dress. She's wearing pants and a blouse. Her hair is pulled back into a ponytail, which is something you've never seen before. She's not wearing any makeup. And she still speaks with a faint lisp that she had before. So characteristic-wise, she's exactly the same, but her dress and her clothing are quite a bit different. And she just asks you, okay, what's the deal? What do you want?
So I guess I'll just plow into it. I'm just gonna be like, can you believe these people? We just showed up at the house and then they started beating the crap out of everybody, shooting stuff, and it's so crazy. What happened?
She makes some rude comments about some of the group members, you can pick whoever they are, that would be more apt to drink and party and cause trouble for the rest. So she doesn't really feel that the whole group is at fault. But I mean, the way to say it might be some good ones because they're more vocal characters. You know, maybe she'll say, "Yeah, those guys are. I'm not surprised they got in trouble." Type thing.
Flash is an asshole.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Make a psychology roll.
99. I failed.
Well, the one thing I can tell you about her psychologically is she keeps trying to rush the conversation. Like, what do you want?
I'm gonna keep slipping a couple more comments in, making sure that I associate we, as in me, with her and the other students that came in, and that I had nothing to do with the group that caused the whole commotion.
She's not making a conscious effort to correct you, but she is consistently not referring to you as part of the group. As a matter of fact, she's not even referring to herself as part of anything. She just keeps going back to a central focal point of I, me, and any reference.
But
to
she's
the
not
group,
actively associating me when referencing the rest of them.
No. She's more about herself.
Still better than her lumping me in with them.
Yeah. She makes mention that she has an early class tomorrow that she needs to get back to because she's missed so much lately. And just kind of like, what else do you want if not get out of here?
Okay, I just go through some pleasantries of saying goodbye, ask her if there's anything else if there's anything she might need me to do for her before tomorrow, or kind of sucking up.
She makes a very odd comment before she ushers you out the door, and it's not rudely, but it's kind of like, physically walking over and open the door. She makes an odd comment about how she can't do anything with her hair. And Clarissa was known, like I said earlier, to be someone who cared a lot about her physical appearance. So,
again, just being polite and not like actually trying to attempt any sort of direction with this. I offer like help her with her hair.
spot hidden roll.
Okay. So where is that on here? Okay, so what's this 25? No, 74.
So you offer to help her with her hair?
Yeah, ask it. It's like, I can do it. Sometimes an extra set of hands or a different angle to work from helps.
She says, I gave up. I'm just gonna keep it like this. Thanks for the offer.
Okay.
Not really. I don't think I can with it.
But as we know, that's a complete lie because she's like tired of the hair.
That's what you say? Yeah.
You free to
No, I don't
learn.
say that,
You can
but
make your
like,
hair with the
yeah.
Benzie if you wanted.
Just a clarification, she's never at one point had any behavior, mannerisms, or speech patterns or anything. They're not in line with what you have associated with. So it's just the very noticeable difference in her physical appearance and what she takes care of herself. So, all right, so she's going to usher you out and move on. Who's next? Anybody? Brenda and you two, pretty much, unless you guys are ready to go.
I guess I
Guy
can
and
go talk to
Galaxy,
Higgins.
sorry.
Batman and Robin.
Yeah. Just someone step forward, tell me who's next. We'll go through it. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I'm last.
We're last.
Yeah.
We're last.
Yeah.
Which we'll find out.
So you two?
I want to stop
What's that?
In the dorms, is it private rooms or shared?
I don't think the adventure clarifies. I would say they're shared.
It's more like prestigious university. And
I don't really know which one's behind it. I don't think it is. I think it's still pretty.
it's just base curiosity.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know the answer for you.
Because the other thing is, as an example, there's a medical or med student accommodations building. I don't know if they'd have accommodations for female students there.
I don't think they would.
Because
Go ahead.
the nearest female doctor was like 18. Something like that. So it'd be a brand new thing.
19, 14.
Are you folks? Are you two together? Let me ask that question first.
Well, are you really hanging back? Like, I'm really trying to stealth and
I'm
just watch
tracking
these
you
guys.
to make sure you don't do something fucking dumb.
Like, I'm literally gonna
Did you make
be
your
like,
stealth
Yeah. Well, I was waiting for my.
You go ahead, if you're in stealth, just go ahead and try it.
Okay. But I want to basically observe all of them and then end with blank.
You can't do all of them.
Okay.
You're
How
gonna
many
do
can
one.
I do? A 1 and a 9?
No, I didn't say
Okay.
only.
Okay.
We'll start with.
We'll go with Laszlo since that's who I was, Okay, it's a success. Okay, 4.
James, what are you doing? What's your character doing?
I'm basically following him to make sure he doesn't do anything stupid.
So you probably should make a stealth roll.
I
Maybe
did.
you should-
I got hard success.
Good. Okay, so you both are successful at stealthing following Laszlo. Now, you remember what I said Laszlo was doing earlier?
Yeah, he was just walking like briskly though, like not lost in thought or anything like that. More just point A, point B, point C, point D.
So Laszlo is going to do this for 5, 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Are you going to continue? What are you?
Yeah, I mean, he's just. So when he goes to these points, does he wait any amount of time? So, but is he
He's
going
got
to
nervous
notable?
energy.
But is he going to like noticeable? Like I saw some places. Is he going to like the little college square? Is he going to notable places around the college?
He's walking all around the campus, getting the most distance he can.
Okay. Doesn't
He's not-
seem like there's a system or he's taking notes or nothing.
No, he's just
Yeah,
walking.
building a pentagram. Yeah.
Carving a rune.
'Cause I got my salt.
It's a crop circle.
No, it's like you fools are bound within
there's
my
nothing-
circle now.
You can't see what he's doing.
There's nothing he's doing that's really of a that detracts from the fact that he's trying to work off a lot of nervous energy. He's not paying attention where he's going. He's just going. I mean, he's not blindly going. He's not. I'm going to go here and I'm going to go there. So how long do you find you two follow?
It's been 20 minutes. Yes.
That's up to him.
You're
I'm not
literally
following
just-
Laszlo. I'm following
So
him.
after 30 minutes, I want you to make a spy. I want you to make a listen roll.
Oh, listen. Okay.
Either one or both of you. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Success. 29. Not quite hard, but yeah, that's a hard.
No, that's an extreme.
Oh well. I mean, I got success. I keep succeeding. You keep getting extreme. Together, we do the
Anything
best.
you can do, I can do better.
Yeah.
So what your successful listen roll gets you, so to speak, is that he's talking to himself. It's not at a volume that you can hear, but he is talking to himself as he walks. Non-stop.
Is there any way I could position myself somewhere where I might be able to overhear?
You need to be the one to tell me that.
Yeah.
I'm
Well, that's
painting you
what
the
I'm
picture
asking.
of what he's doing.
He's running around and doing that. That's what I'm saying. I want to try to, while I'm watching him, figure out where he's going to kind of like if he's going this path, a certain path, and it's like, well, he's obviously going to this right up here, the water fountain up here. Well, then I want to be at the water fountain just sitting there chilling to where I know where he's going to walk by.
So you get ahead of him.
Mhm.
So you're going to follow him for like an hour. Because he's walking.
And then I'm gonna
you see
go
the size of
around.
the campus. He's walking the entire campus. So it's going to take him a while to go. For you to be able to get ahead of him, you're going to have to sit and wait for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be able to, like, classic spy movie. Me and her, like, on the fountain with newspapers, and, like, he walks by, and then we like, flip him down, and, like, yeah, we got him.
All right, so pick a point on campus. I'm not too sussed on where because, there's no set path, but just tell me on campus where you're waiting for him, and it would be a spot that he's going to travel by.
Copley Memorial Bell Tower.
Okay, it's going to take an hour for him to come back by that way.
Okay.
In that hour, let's address the other two groups before we go further. So Brenda or Corey and Blake.
I can go ahead and go and get my thing with Higgins over with. Alright, so
I've got this pen. It's also a laser.
I guess I'm going to approach Higgins and go, basically just say,
Don't forget.
thank God I found you. I could certainly use some cheer.
Okay. I'm for some reason having a bad problem coming with bad jokes tonight. So let's just say he makes a very, very bad joke, and it's not like a hitting on you type joke. It's just trying to make you laugh. So,
Oh, you're so funny.
I'd like you to make a psychology roll.
You look for jizz? All I can bring you is jizz, darling. That's terrible. That's the point. Bad
Yeah, I
jokes.
failed my psychology.
Yeah. She even gave him like the typical like cringe fake laugh.
Failed.
His
Psychology
humor
wrong.
is as you have been told, it's very, very bad.
Yeah.
Like sad trombone bad.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna laugh anyway because I'm not here to actually be amused. So. I'm just gonna be like, oh.
He's not that talkative, and
Alright.
we're just gonna have you guys at a random point on campus outside,
Okay.
and he's just kind of one word answering anything you say to him.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask him. You know, when you were out on the survey, did you find anything interesting?
He says he didn't find anything personally, but the group supposedly found some Indian artifacts.
Well, that must have been very rewarding. I mean, being a part of a team is really a lot of fun. So.
Shrugs like, sure, whatever.
So, did you find any interesting rocks or minerals while you were there?
I want you to make a listen roll.
I passed it.
Okay. So he answers your question with just, no, we really didn't find anything notable as far as rocks or minerals go. But what your listen roll gets is there's a slight change in the pitch of his voice when he answers this question as opposed to before.
So, he did tell a terrible joke, which is not out of
Jokes
character.
are funny.
Okay, and so just looking at him, does his appearance reflect any changes or anything like that?
How well did you know him before?
Well, I knew before that he had a birthmark on his face and that he was Irish, but I do not know what he was dressed like. I mean, I assume I would have observed something like that if I were able to observe that he had a birthmark on his face, but...
Too bad.
No.
Yes. He's not speaking with an Irish accent.
Mm-hmm.
He's speaking with German.
Okay, so his accent has changed from Irish to German?
That is a...
That's some odd people crap right there. He didn't even get one of the good pod people.
So,
I love Call of Cthulhu. You can throw anything out there and players are like, aha! A clue! It's so much more fun than D&D. Like, screw you guys, we're going for the treasure.
Yeah.
Call of Cthulhu is like this, like, what?
Yeah.
You did it.
Shoot it until there's 1,000 holes. What?
Okay.
We don't have guns?
Oh. Half the players in the D&D group, well, actually, all the players in the D&D group know that Nick will just like, he kills anything inside.
Who?
Nick Cullen. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I love it.
Someone's in that one.
just making this note to myself before I forget
Someone's in
that.
Someone's in that one.
There's another one. Okay, so, I suppose I'm going to. Do I?
Turn the music up.
Go to bite his egg. No, I'm not.
Yeah, that worked out pretty well last time.
Yeah, so I am going to. What time of year is it?
It's right before the school year starts, so August.
Okay. Sometime. Nowhere near St. Patrick's Day. Okay, I am going to.
Maybe Oktoberfest.
Yeah, right. Ask him. Ask him if he is looking forward to Oktoberfest.
To Oktoberfest?
Yes, if he's
The
looking
drinking
forward to
festival
Oktoberfest.
in. Oh,
Says he has
gosh.
no interest in alcohol.
That is really surprising.
Why is that surprising?
The Germans are very
Because
strong.
because the German tradition of making beer is
We're
so strong.
not in Germany, and alcohol is illegal here.
But you're from Germany,
No, I'm not.
really? Where are you from?
I'm an American.
But the accent.
I have a slight German accent. My grandmother was German.
Oh wow, that's really cool.
My grandfather was Irish.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
America truly is a melting pot.
That decides which accent I have that day.
I would not advise asking too many people if they're interested in Oktoberfest, considering the circumstances of your arrest. That wouldn't be wise right now.
You alky.
I appreciate your concern.
He stopped joking, by the way, because he's kind of like weirded out.
I bet he is.
Like,
Yeah, right?
anything else for him?
Well, I was only kidding, but I thought that it would probably be even worse to ask about All Hallows Eve.
You ask him anything else?
No, I'm good. I'm gonna bid him good day.
Blake and Corey, where are you two headed?
Professor.
No, I didn't go along before that.
His
I'm just assuming
Harold?
Yeah, his office.
we didn't see the Japanese cartoon porn grabbing, right?
No.
Okay, so I'm asking him what happened with Blaine behind the house.
Nothing was blame behind the house, I'll tell you that.
Well, let's get to Professor Harold first. Hold on. So you're going to his office?
Yeah.
It's locked. He's not in office. It's evening.
So you're trying to break into the.
And he's a professor. I mean, you can go in and see his office is locked, but he's
I
after
thought it
hours,
was like breaking
so-
in. I was like, man.
And he is not. Most professors don't live on campus.
I just followed him
Now
along.
look in the windows.
There's no windows.
Well, 18-year-olds come. Unless you want to break in.
Is this him?
Mechanical repair.
Yes, I have locksmith.
You're not watching
Oh,
this. I know your character does.
You want to try?
Yeah. Well, the little handy-dandy locksmith from the kid.
I'll keep watch and run if I have to.
No.
You failed?
I could push it.
Push it.
Or buy the oral substance.
I'm gonna get a little bit further down.
He's worried I'm gonna fumble. There ain't nobody else in the building.
Hey, you think you did it, man?
What I did is 45.
Oh, you failed?
Yeah, I know.
He barely failed.
I
Yeah.
thought there was no one else in the building.
I take off.
There's someone in the office sleeping.
So as you're standing in the hallway trying to pick the door of Professor Harold's office, you drop your locksmithing kit to represent the failed push.
Yeah.
Corey, the hallway is completely empty, so it echoes very, very loudly. It makes a lot of noise. And you hear someone coming from the third level above you asking, "Who's down there? What was that noise?"
I don't nobody. No, I don't know.
You respond?
I pick up my thing. Oh, we're just here wandering through the hallways looking for our books.
Oh my god.
Oh my
That
god.
is like so bad.
We're just trying to be alone.
Oh gosh.
We're looking for our college books at the headmaster's office because that's where students lose
I'm
books.
just backing up. Very slow.
Maybe they thought they'd been confiscated when they
There's only one of us, and then
almost got expelled.
They're gonna probably chase you.
Yeah. I'm a big boy. I don't run very fast.
Well, coming down from the third floor is none other than University President Dr. David.
Oh.
Son of a bitch.
And he turns the corner and he says, "What exactly are you two doing in this building after hours?"
To
I'm
be
trying to
honest, we were
stop
looking
him.
for the professor.
Feels like a pocket watch. Why do you need Professor Harold at
Just
this
have some
hour?
questions answered, that's all.
What questions?
About the trip.
What questions?
About the artifacts that we found.
Like the arrowhead from the show.
The arrowhead.
The arrowhead.
Let's resume this discussion tomorrow morning in my office. And as a matter of fact, discussion with Dr. Harold and myself alone after our meeting. And I'll take that verbally in your hand, by the way.
Hands on the arrowhead.
No, what you used from the door. I watched you try to open the door. So yes, for lots of people.
It's not all good, kids. Just handy bobs.
Whatever you guys are using to pick the lock.
Let's just wait.
Bobby pins.
You were
That's
thinking
gonna
of
come
handy
up tomorrow
bombs.
So he
morning.
confiscates it.
Yeah.
And he suggests that the two of you go home and go to bed peacefully and quietly.
Yes, sir.
So back to you two. The hours
Told you
passed.
we should do that.
And your target approaches.
All right, here's the plan. I'm gonna use because that is one skill I got.
There was a way
I can dodge like it's nobody's business. My Flash is one hell of a running back. Like, so I'm gonna bump into him while he's doing his thing, and like classic, like I'm the misdirect. Okay. Meanwhile, you will be listening. I don't know. I just don't think I'm real good at listening. Just listen. Yeah. I like having the big elaborate plot though. It makes it like more.
So as he's walking towards you, the gas lights have been lit on the campus because it's after dark. And there is quite a bit of shadows, and he's going to be passing in and out of shadows as he's coming towards you.
That's not spooky at all.
Huh?
Nothing.
So what do you do?
I'm gonna tell her like split up.
What? We're sitting on a bench.
Yeah, I guess, like, yeah, but nothing weird. That'll get his attention. Yeah, we're gonna make out. He's never seen a brother and sister make
What?
out.
No!
Get him right where we want him. That's looking awkwardly at us.
So he's approaching you. He's about to say maybe from here to the front of the store. Right now.
I was just meant split up, like it would have, like you might hear something somewhere else, and then I can hear something because he's talking to himself constantly. We heard him muttering constantly, but there's only so much we're gonna catch here on this bench. If we
So, like-
split up, we could get different. That's my point as far as the splitting up. You might get a little tidbit of information, I might get a little tidbit of information. Or if I fail my listen, you might get your listening. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just, it is a plan.
I'm assuming you
I
can
don't
work
think
out
he
this
was
plan
lying.
in the hour when you were waiting on him.
Yeah, we had an
You're not
hour.
doing this right now when he's walking up.
Yeah.
No.
That's just how Flash is, yeah. It's just like, he was
Flash
probably
is
like
so-
sleeping.
new
in
plan.
the
So
comics.
what's your plan? What are you two going to do? Describe to me what you're going to do when he approaches.
We're just gonna try to hide out, right? And listen.
So you're hiding as opposed to sitting where you can see.
No, we're just gonna look like we're hiding in plain sight kind of thing, like spy thing. Like, I'm reading my college book. This is very interesting. Ooh, look at this.
Okay.
You know, like...
All right, so he's about from here to halfway through the store too.
Okay.
What are you doing? Read the book.
Trying to look as inconspicuous as possible, but at the same time trying to remain quiet so we can hear anything if he's muttering.
Okay. So you got to roll with me.
Listen, right?
Roll with me.
Oh, roll with you.
The keeper.
Okay, sure. Let's
No,
go, keeper.
not that kind of roll.
Oh.
I'm saying just go along with me. Okay.
Okay.
So this is going to happen to you first, Roy. This is not going to happen to you.
No.
As Laszlo was walking in and out of the gas lights, at about that halfway point from here, halfway through the store, it's maybe 2 lights away.
Mm-hmm.
He walks out of the light of one lamp and does not appear in the next one. But you see him.
Oh, I still see him.
No, you do.
Oh,
You don't.
I don't. He just disappears from me.
Ellie sees him? Ellie sees him?
I'm just gonna be like,
So to you, nothing's changed.
yeah.
You're just still intently watching.
But
You don't see him.
Shut up, he's coming this way.
what do you mean it's good?
Shut up, he's coming. Shut up.
I don't understand and it scares me.
You read it this way. And like she'll point at your book like, it's right here.
Yeah, you're math.
I'm just gonna look at you and like for a second I'm gonna just like start to argue
I'm
with you,
clearly
but then I'm
looking
just
at something.
yeah, and I'm just gonna be like, right, trust you.
when you look up, he walks out of that next light. He's about at that door. He's gone.
So now neither one of us see.
That's what made me go with me.
Yeah.
It's gonna be different for you.
He's gone.
That's what I've been saying.
I can still see him.
But no, he's not. You can't see him.
He disappeared right there.
Yeah, he disappeared right there. That's what
No,
I'm saying.
right
He's
there.
gone.
Right
No,
there.
Yeah, right there at that
No,
lamppost.
right there at that
Point
one.
at different lamppost. No, at that one.
I saw it.
All right. 5 minutes. Take a
Not
breather.
coming out of the shadows.
What's really fun is that he's probably still there.
He is probably still there.
Yeah, we're just terrible.
What's funny is the monkey
He's all like,
behind him.
man, I need to get
Yeah, he's just like ready to just like, I'm right here.
It is okay. I mean, this is a clarification. It is illogical. It doesn't make sense. You know, this is not. It's just like what the heck? Like just gone. Like
And you're just gonna be like, okay, new plan. We gotta get up. We gotta get out of here. We gotta find someone else to this did not work. But we gotta keep moving. Okay.
I think it's time we go to bed.
No, it's not time for that. You know why it's not time for that?
Clearly, we have had a long day, week, life. We need to go home and go to bed. We have to see the president in the morning.
Yeah, we gotta see the president. And meanwhile, we got people disappearing at the like. Come on now, like who's gonna stop? It's us. It's on us. And
This is our time.
this is
Yeah,
our
I
time
was thinking of the
on
gaming
our
stage, but I was
campus.
thinking of data falling.
Who else we gonna
for
go
some reason.
to? I mean, we got everybody on the. All we have is the other students that was with us. I'm
We
telling
still
you,
can't afford to be late to that meeting,
Ellie,
Flash.
it's just us.
We still can't afford to be late to that meeting, Flash. How hard did we work to get into this college?
We worked very hard. We worked too damn hard to be thrown
And if we
out by
get-
some crazy
and if we-
alien pod people.
And if we don't show up to that meeting, and if we don't show up to that meeting, we're gonna get thrown out too.
Yeah, or more strange stuff will start happening. We'll start seeing more goat
And
people,
we can deal
more
with it
like
then.
rhino octopus things.
Flash. I get it.
Like, where's everybody else right now? Where's everybody else? I don't know where everybody else. Do you know where everybody else is at?
No,
Exactly.
I know where they're gonna be though.
Who knows? Tomorrow morning, they could be pod people. Everyone we know, all of our friends that went on the strip, they could all be pod people.
Go to
tomorrow.
bed, Flash.
No, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna escort you to your dormitory.
Flash G Hastings,
I'm gonna escort you to your dormitory.
you are
because
going
that's
to
safe.
bed.
Flash, why do you hate freedom?
Why do you hate freedom?
I love freedom. I hate freedom.
Go to sleep then.
Well, I'm just gonna, but I would
Look for your
escort you to
boundaries.
your dormitory first, and if they let me into the dormitory, I'm literally gonna take you to your room and secure you. I'm gonna check that room first.
I'm gonna tuck you in.
I'm gonna tuck you in. You're my sister. Jesus. And there's a
You
bunch of
have
crazy
your
stuff
head.
happening.
students
Tuck you in, say your prayers.
too.
But I'm gonna tuck
Actually,
you in. I'm gonna
You might be
secure
having
your
an easier time
room.
getting in that
Gives you a
building
top of
than
your
girls'
head.
dorm too.
Saves the world.
Like, I know some
Actually,
of
it
these
may not
guys
be
are gonna be
uncommon
in
if he's a
dormitory
psych
with me.
major and
I'm
that
gonna
for him
check
and I to
with
share a
him.
room.
I'll go with
I
you.
am going to sleep, man.
Let's be
He told me some shit, man. You won't believe it.
We probably have the same room.
We have the same room, really?
I'm in the med students
I'm not
accommodation.
opposed to it.
Well, then we're securing
It's co-ed.
that room. Like,
So
we're gonna-
while you two go back to your dorm room, let's hit on the last
Just
two.
bickering the whole way.
the whole way.
So you two go to the library.
Yeah, we learned something. We learned that Laszlo can just.
And what are you
hear
looking
them,
for at the library?
So it wasn't totally.
Anything similar to what kind of crazy shit we just been through.
I'm looking for, does anyone else been known to disappear from that area we were at? Any other murders going back? Any history with the murders? Because they said there were very few of them in that town. I want to know if that's true or not. Like I said, any disappearances other than that group going back as far as we can find? And any other strangeness about that area, Cobb's Corner, and the burial mines, the Indians that were there, if there's any info on them, etc. Just anything we can find on that area. That we were looking for.
Okay. It's going to take a little while to research that, especially in the 1900s library because of microfiche and things like that. So, while you two are researching that, I'd like for you both to make a spot hidden.
I failed, but I'll push mine.
I'm not gonna.
That's a fumble.
That's a fumble on the
You
push.
should have made friends with me. I'm a librarian.
Yeah, you probably have library use, huh?
I mean, I have library use pretty high, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fumble's a fumble.
Well,
Read
this
is
was
my
not
job
for
at the school.
library.
But
This was for
I haven't used that. That was spot hidden.
So you two come up empty-handed at the library. You can't find any information on Cobb's Corner along the lines of things you're looking for. You also don't find that there's any missing records. I mean, everything looks intact. Look like there's really nothing else going on here. Should we have some fun?
Always.
So even though you both failed your rolls, I mean, this will be fun. As you two are researching, you notice Roderick Block. Not Roderick Block. That's another Block. That's not the person.
Little Rod?
I thought that's one of them. That's one of the people's names.
Yeah, Roderick Block. That's right. That's right. Roderick, Little Rod. He's in the library.
He's a big guy.
He's there doing whatever, as he told earlier. And when you first get there, you say, "Oh, there's Little Rod, right?" But as you guys are researching, he's watching you two.
The hunters have become the hunted.
Can I go talk to him?
Of course.
So, sugar maple seedling person, why are you watching us?
Wow.
He looks around. He's like, "It's the library."
No. You're watching us. There's some reason why you're watching us.
He starts to break out a little bit of sweat. And he,
Socket.
Are you spying on
Are
us?
you two in the same room at the dorm?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have no idea what you're saying.
You gotta trust me. You gotta trust me.
Okay.
I'll call you later tonight. I'll explain everything.
Oh, wait a minute. We're in a very quiet place here. Yeah, why don't we go somewhere even quieter in a corner where no one is in this big library?
He looks around, not at you two, and he says, "There are people here who will hear the things I say."
Are there more of you here? Okay. Fine.
All right. So the big question is, when you guys go back, I'm assuming you go back to your
Yeah, we don't find anything, so we leave.
Okay.
Hold on, I gotta go find a stick first. A big club to use and beat it over the head of you.
So the big question is, get back to your dorm, you go to your room and wait, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay. So 10:45 p.m., the phone rings. Now, at this point, no one else knows about this.
Okay.
Okay? Nobody. It's going to take a while, folks, but this is why they were last. All right. So it's Block. Who answers? I don't care.
You wanna get it?
I'll answer.
Okay. He tells you it's Block, and he says, "I've got some really important information for you.
Okay.
My life's going to be at risk if I tell it to you. So I need to meet you at a place, and you've got to promise not to harm me. I will not harm you, but you have to promise not to harm me.
Okay.
I got your word on
I promise.
that. All right. We're going to meet at a place that nobody likes to go to. It's got a lot of folklore and stuff around it, but I think we'll be safe there.
Okay.
Because it's out of the way. It's called Hangman's Hill.
Okay.
All right. You know where it is?
Do we know? Out of character?
You can do a history check if you want.
History.
I'm pretty sure I know. Yeah.
Wow, I'm just sucking on my rolls.
I found my thrill.
Southeast side. Oh, I know. I keep saying Arkham because the Miskatonic University is in Arkham, Massachusetts. That's why I keep saying
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So, okay. So on the southeast side of Arkham, there's a graveyard, and it's a graveyard that hasn't been used much. There's still a few people who get buried there, but most people don't use this one anymore. It's called the Old Wooded Graveyard because no one remembers what the original name was. And in the Old Wooded Graveyard, there's a spot called Hangman's Hill. And because you made your history check, I'll tell you what you know about Hangman's Hill.
Okay.
It got its name from an incident in 1704 where the citizens of Arkham hung a suspected witch named Goody Fowler.
Okay.
Since then, there's been a legend that's been passed on from generation to generation. It says if anyone is brave or foolish enough to spend the night alone on the hill on May Eve or Hallow Mass, they're visited by her ghost. Some people have seen her, some people haven't. Some people said that she will talk to you, other people said that she runs away screaming and scared. And then there's stories of people who go looking for her and never come back.
Okay.
So that's where he wants to meet you folks at 11:15, so it's a half hour away. You can easily get there in a half hour.
Does anybody in our group have a car that we know of? So we can walk there. We don't have to walk there.
Yeah.
Who's in our room with us?
Jennifer.
Okay.
Block has said just you two. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry,
Okay.
different.
That
Block
takes
has
care-
said just you two. Nobody.
Yeah.
I can't risk anyone else. And he said you'll be free to share the information afterwards.
Okay.
All right, we'll go.
We'll go.
Okay. Yeah.
Taking my stick with me.
So when you guys go to the Illwood Graveyard, it is, a imagine a stereotypical horror movie graveyard. There's a lot of fog,
He's pulling our leg though.
shadows, and
Yeah,
scary
sure.
and whatnot. He is at the hill,
He's taking you all
And-
somewhere to kill you.
Hangman's Hill, man. Just saying.
so
Before I
when
can
you
talk,
guys
please
walk
put your
up
head
and,
through
and
this.
block, make sure that you weren't followed and there's nobody else with you, you can kind of see a visible, little bit of a sigh of relief.
Can we take one of our lanterns from the room with us?
Yeah, he's going to extinguish it. He has one of your lights.
Yeah. Okay.
So, so at this point, he's okay. He feels safe that you guys did not bring anyone else or something.
Okay.
He says, "All right, here's the deal. You're not going to believe this. This is going to sound crazy, but I'm not Roger Block. I look like him, but I'm not Roger Block.
Okay.
Who are you?
My name is and keep in mind, there's physically that
He
is
looks
Ro-
just
yeah,
like
he's
him, yeah.
Roger Block. But he says, my name is Keith Clark. Did you guys know my name? You heard anything about me? Which I can tell
Is
you
he on the
don't.
expedition?
I can tell you don't because you failed your rules.
Oh.
So you didn't find anything about your library.
No, we don't know who you are.
No.
So he says, all right, so here's my story.
All right.
9 years ago, I was on a camping trip.
In Cobb's Corner area?
No.
Oh.
Sorry, I gotta get to they spread his story across two different spots in the file, which is
Okay.
so I'm just getting lined up here. Here we go. All right. So, all right. So, interesting. I just found a problem with the adventure guide. He goes,
You found a problem with it?
yeah, I did, because it says point blank in this one section with Block that 9 years ago his thing happened. Right here in 1921, which would put this in 1930.
Make it 1930.
It's a proofreading error is what that is.
Yeah.
This is the choice. Anyway, so 9 years ago, he
Okay.
was vacationing with his family, his wife, and his 2 children. And they were in the Vermont hills. He was previously a geography professor at Brown University in Providence. And they had gone there on a vacation. He went out alone on a nature walk. When he says that, immediately it's a sigh. I know it's a mistake. But that's what happened. So I was out on this nature walk, and I found what I thought was an interesting cave. I'll go in and see what's inside the cave, what's in here. And thought it was just some abandoned cave, but it wasn't. There were these things. I've got vague, fuzzy memories of them. I don't know why, and I can't explain it, but I can't quite remember. It's like something happened that has not allowed me to remember, and it'll make more sense shortly. But I just remember brief flashes. They were large. They were kind of pinkish in color. And I remember they had all sorts of really wiggly, odd arms and things. And I don't remember much after that. The next thing I remember, wake up and I'm deep underground. And the things are talking to me, but they're not speaking. They're in my head. And they're telling me that they want to take out my brain. And they want to put it in these big cylinder things. And I'm scared and I'm terrified. And so much of this is just emotions and flashes. It's not, I can't remember this. But I remember being scared. I remember hearing them in my head and not understanding how they could do that. And I couldn't see them. And I'd look around and still couldn't see them. But they were there and I knew they were there even though I couldn't see them. And I told them, I said that you can do whatever you want with me, just don't hurt my wife and children. And they agreed. They said, okay, we won't harm them. We'll take you. So, yeah, he gets really emotional. What?
Yeah.
What's that? What? You have a different brain? Come on, Roderick. All right, it's time for us to leave, Sam. This guy.
Wow.
So he grabs it.
It's like Sam spotted. Yeah. It's like
He grabs his hair, and you literally see him pull his hair off, and there's just scars all over his head. And he's like, "You don't believe that? Right there."
All right,
It's
maybe I
not-
believe a little bit more.
And then he puts the hair back on top of his head.
So he pulled his scalp pretty kind of back, and there's a bunch of scars all over the place.
Yep.
The guy that jumps to conclusions.
All right, Roderick.
You know?
Right.
So is
Alright,
it
so-
hairpiece or literally his scalp?
What these things do is they put me in this body, and I guess this was some kid who got caught by them on some expedition. And what they told me that I have to do is we have to come here, and I guess those kids found something they weren't supposed to, and the things want it back. And
How-
my mission is to come here and get it back.
Okay, out of character, how long ago did Roderick seem himself? We're talking like 2 or 3 days ago?
Before the expedition, the last time you saw it.
Just before when we got there. And that's the last time he seemed like he was himself.
Right.
So they put some brain in this guy's. Now the scars like fresh, I take it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's still like dry blood on it. Like it's not
Any-
Actually, you
No,
call it a
it's not
scar.
very
It's more of an
thorough.
incision that's been kind of oddly sewn up. So,
Hooray.
he says that all I know is that I've been sent here, and there's more of us. All those students, they're not real. They're not who they say they are. They're like me. Their brains put into other bodies, and we're supposed to break in this professor's office and steal something.
What is it you're supposed to steal?
Well, right at that moment, and you gotta, again, you got to roll with me on this. Right next to Clark/Block, however you want to call him. Excuse. Right next to it. Watch these two. Terrence Laszlo materializes out of thin air.
Yeah, just whoosh. Yeah, just.
I knew it was coming, but what the fuck?
So you two need to make a sanity roll for that.
Okay.
That's very
He just
intense.
appeared out of nowhere?
Yes, literally appeared out of thin air.
I made it.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
After everything you've seen.
Yeah, I think
I am accepting of this turn of events.
So now that you're losing sanity, but it does kind of shake you up. Like, what the hell is that? And the first thing he does just pulls out something. Read you a description of. For some reason, they put it in the first. They put it in the first edition, not the second. That's a little silly. He pulls out a very strange-looking device, which.
It's like a ray gun?
Yeah. Oddly enough, it is. Right here we go.
I know. I'm wondering.
It looks like a warty doorknob-sized lump of black metal covered in tiny wires. So he pulls it out and points it at all three of you, just kind of in an arc. Just don't move. Need you two to make a spot hidden.
You can punch that guy, Sam.
I failed the spot.
Yeah.
Failed the spot
I made it.
Okay. So you spot behind him, out in the fog, there's two more people walking towards you. Okay. And you can see You can, even though you can't see who or what they are, male, female, or anything, they are both carrying a very large object.
When you say large, kind of what's
About
that?
3 foot long,
Cylinder.
maybe. You can't really see it. They're coming towards you. You can't make it out yet.
So it's like that big.
Yeah,
long.
it's a big 3 foot thing they're like carrying. Like
There's 2 more people coming, just to let you guys know.
Right. So Laszlo is still swinging the weapon rock thing at everyone. And, he says that, hold it out. You 3 are not going to fuck this up. We've got a mission, and you're not going to stop it. You're not going to screw up what we're here for.
No, let us
You
help.
understand? Just shut up. Shh, don't you say a word. You either. And he's pointing to Clark too, so he's kind of lumped. I'll do all the talking here. And the other 2 individuals walk up. And guess who it is? Anyone?
Blaine.
No.
No, it's
No, it's not.
It's gonna be Clarissa.
Miss Thurber. Yeah.
One's gonna be Clarissa.
Nope.
Oh, really?
Professor?
Harold Higgins and Jason Treat.
Oh.
Still not good.
And what they're both carrying the same thing. And it's a cluster of twisted metal tubes about 3 feet long.
Does Clark
And-
not have one?
What's that?
Does Clark not have one?
Clark doesn't have anything.
He has a
Frank
gun. No,
doesn't.
Clark doesn't have anything. Okay.
Clark's
These
gonna
2
do
gentlemen are holding these big
Get
things,
shot.
and the 2 things you immediately notice when they walk up closer, you can see and tell what they are, is the mist, the fog. That's where this is coming from. These things are pumping out mist.
Oh.
Right? So it's there
Fog
might have been
machine.
mist here, but it's like a fog machine. The other thing is you can kind of see that they're cold. They're shaking it because for whatever reason they're just like, "Ooh, this is kind of cold." It's not like I can't carry this. It's like the temperature. So Laszlo starts talking about what's going to happen to everybody. And he's really getting into this. He's like a sadist. He's getting off on telling how you're all going to die horribly and then you'll be reborn as servants of these things. And
Who are you?
I'll talk, not you! And he's very agitated, but at the same time he's on an adrenaline rush. He is just on fire. So playing into what you guys heard me describe to them, he obviously did not work off the energy he had. Matter of fact, it's even stronger now.
Now he's liking it. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe
So as he's talking, I'll tell you guys when you have to roll it. Okay, don't worry.
Okay.
At some point in the conversation, maybe when you tried to say something to him, at some point in the conversation, because he keeps looking back and forth to all 3 people, when he's not looking at Clark, Clark pulls out a pistol and shoots.
Oh my god.
And he fires 4 times. And Laszlo,
Oh my goodness! I yelled.
Laszlo dives to the ground, and he's not. The bullet's missed. And Clark yells to you 2, "Run now!"
Don't go.
I run really fast.
I will run.
All right, so you guys take off running. Clark is behind you. You can hear him talking, saying, "Run faster! He's behind us! Run, 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 run!" And he's running. So you hear the sound of some.
Yeah.
He
Okay, so
was-
he's a little rough.
You hear the sound of something
I'm gonna have to
electric. Maybe is the
change
best way to
the name.
describe it. Kind of like a
From-
shock, like
Yeah.
zap type noise. And
I
you
wrote
see,
it down in here.
like
so
over
I guess okay.
close near you 2, this bolt of like electricity just flies through the air, like a lightning bolt. It doesn't hit you. And Clark's still yelling at you, "Run, run, 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 run!" And then you hear Clark yell out in pain after a second noise. He was hit, and he falls to the ground. And as he falls, he's still yelling at you 2, "Keep running, keep running!" And you hear the last thing you hear him say is, "Avenge my family's death. Do either of you turn around?"
I'll look around. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep running.
So they were going to be fun.
Sandy, you roll.
Good. That's what I wanted to
And I'll tell you why, because I want to hear if you pass it or fail it first, and then I'll tell you why. It's more fun if you find out, right?
I passed.
Okay. Well, I guess you're okay with watching Clark blow his own brains out.
Oh my gosh. Is it really?
Yeah, and he puts it right to his temple and pulls the trigger.
Y'all like
Okay.
putting me back in the cylinder.
So now he is no longer a fun person. He is a dead
So now at this point, what do you two want to do? You're obviously running, right?
Yeah,
But,
running back.
I mean, your
Is
choices.
there a chase scene? We're not doing a chase scene, are we?
No, you're looking back though, so you can see what's happened. The other three have come up on Clark's body, and they're looking down at him. And then Laszlo briefly looks up and sees you. Now you're far. You've got some distance on
Yeah.
because they stopped.
I'll keep running.
All right. Well, you two are easily, because you kept running, you're easily able to outpace and get away from them. By now, it's probably close to midnight. That didn't take long. It was a pretty quick encounter. So.
Well, I'm going to get back and let people go to some of the rooms and let people know what we saw.
We kind of did this without everyone else's consent, but I wasn't going to drag out too long. We could be here for hours, but let's say everyone else is in the room or asleep, or both. Everyone's in the room, so you two are right back at the door.
So we would go to their rooms and let them. I mean, I would go and let them know.
Yeah.
I'm not asleep. Don't worry.
So how does everyone react to this? Now, keep in mind you were not there, so you're going strictly off their description of the encounters.
Well, when they say that Laszlo just poof appeared, that's gonna, of course, be like, oh, he poof disappeared with us. So that's probably what happened.
Yeah.
Probably disappeared and then appeared on you guys.
Makes
So
sense.
it's probably one of their powers, if I had to guess.
I'll be surprised and I'll be like, well, we already tried to get in the professor's office. We gotta talk to the principal there.
We're in high school again?
Frankly, yeah.
Earlier, I was
my
called
kids.
headmaster. Just like,
We forgot our books in the professor's office. You know, like
Well, I mean,
college
we
students
mentioned the whole
do.
thing how they're trying to get something out of the professor's office.
Yeah.
But our credit card is on the other
wonder
side.
what
Are the
they're
girls
trying
there
to
too,
figure
or
out.
is he stuck?
What's that?
Is the girls there too, or is he just stuck telling the boys?
What's that?
Tell them.
We're telling everybody.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell
But
everybody.
we're in the girls' dorm.
I would have
We're
to
not in a
meet up
co-ed.
somewhere
Yeah.
for some late night coffee.
him and I should.
I'm
I'm
talking
still
office
recovering
break.
from the
Is what we're
headache,
talking
so
about.
I'm not
Isn't it
really sure
late?
I'm here to
I
get
saw-
this right.
Yeah, but there won't be anything open. I mean, this is long
Yeah.
for
Oh,
coffee
I know.
shops.
We can't go into our dorm room or something to
You
make
can go in
some
your dorm
coffee.
room, yeah, but there's no. You can go. Yes, you can dorm room. I thought you meant like go out
Right.
to.
Yeah.
It's all closing at 7
No
o'clock.
central
I'm just
Yeah.
saying we can't all be together in a room in our pajamas somewhere. We should probably like
Yeah.
meet somewhere and just have some coffee. or
It's
something.
totally up to you folks. I'm
It's
leaving it up to
possible
you.
it was
how-
1920s.
What's
Was
that?
there a
Oh,
community
okay.
room in this dorm room?
Hopefully illegal.
Like a common room?
Not, I wouldn't
You go in the
think
dorm with
Yeah.
the bed pockets.
Wait, what's possible?
finding an
Well, they
open
can
place.
material.
all
No,
night.
there won't be any restaurants open.
Well, not that. I'm talking about us being in the same building.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
definitely. Sure, yes, that's why I was agreeing. I was like, yeah, definitely.
We need
Same
somewhere
room.
where we can.
Where we can sit there in the
Just-
hallway and we can just talk about it.
Well, there would be the community. I'm sure there's a community room.
I don't know. I mean, how do we know there's not invisible people
Yeah.
listening
Yeah.
in?
It's not really a big deal.
Yeah.
Just say you're together
Right?
in a room. That's all I need.
Okay.
Okay.
So together in a room.
Yeah. So is everyone together? So you really
How,
can.
how do we know there's not invisible people in eavesdropping on us?
When you
Move
say
around.
that, I'm immediately, yeah.
If,
Just like start
if
throwing
what
my
you
arms
say is
wildly,
true,
it's
you
like
know.
up in the room.
Right, so you guys
Can
told
you
us all
calm them
about
down?
We told you
so
about it.
saying being someone else.
When they're invisible, how do we
I'm
know
gonna
we
point out that
feel them? I might
Clarissa
be able to feel them while they're
was dressed like a man. Oh my god! And she's claiming she can't do nothing with her
It's
hair.
just like dramatic, just like.
Did everyone hear that?
She was
That
acting
girl's
like
got
a
a
man.
really good point. Really, really good.
It's like I point out the fact that you said the dude was another dude in
Yeah.
a body. Now I'm gonna point out that Clarissa, she's dressed like a dude for one, in trousers and all that, hair's pulled up in a ponytail, saying she can't do nothing with it.
But
Interesting.
That is.
Clarissa always did her hair up. I mean,
Yeah.
just
Like,
some of the
you
guys
don't know
like,
how.
you know Clarissa.
I'm
like-
gonna be horrified because I spoke with Higgins just earlier tonight. He's a hot person.
What's the matter with Higgins?
So just as an out of
Apparently
role
he was
playing
at-
mode, kind of a bookkeeping
Well, I know he
thing.
was in there. I just meant.
One thing you can do
Yeah,
at this
he
point
has
is kind of
an
like say, what do we know?
accent issue.
What do we
I'm
don't
just
know?
saying.
Go past just even the most recent events.
He's having some
Okay.
kind of identity crisis.
So what's some of the things you folks know?
Yeah, Laszlo can teleport.
Should be
They're
like-
trying
it
to
should be
get something
underlined
out of
in
the
red.
professor's office.
They need to share the tentacles too, though, to get the whole story.
We already told y'all that.
You told me.
The big pink creatures with the claws and everything.
We
are the
were in
ones that seem
prison
to be
together.
doing
We probably
Moving
already
the
told you
brains
then.
in.
Prison talk, yeah.
and the
okay.
brains have been transferred for some reason.
So who
Just
do
saying
you-
that is just.
Tentacles of prison talk.
I can't even believe
Blaine
my
has
character say
mental
that.
powers.
So anyway,
No, he's being commanded.
cylinder.
They're not commit. Well,
Listen, there's only one thing I know. I know that none of you guys are one of those things.
How would we
Else
know
you would
that?
probably attack me right
Hold
now
on.
or do something.
That's
I
all
need
we
to
do
look at
know.
people-
She just kind of joined in.
we can look at her hair. Look at her scalp. Look at everyone's scalp.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
I was
peel
about to say
everybody's
that.
hair off and see how they look.
Well, it's like
there.
see if their
Somebody's
hair
gonna
will
bust
grow.
That's our
out
test now to
knives.
go
You
look.
know,
Oh,
you don't, you don't
head,
look
so-
like you used to.
Right.
You were with
That's my
him.
face is weird, man.
You were with the group beforehand. You were with them before. How do we know you're not a plant?
How do we know what you're
Because
Can you photosynthesize?
Well,
How
can
do
you pull
you
your,
know?
can you pull your hair off?
No, I cannot.
Okay,
That's not a trick I've
Can you
learned.
pull your
Pull
hair
your
off?
hair off?
well, he's gotta look at her scalp. You'll be able to
Yeah.
look
I
at
was
everyone.
gonna say it's like I make a motion like tugging on my hair, but I'm not trying not to mess up my
She's
hair at the same
freaking-
time. So I'm not making much of an effort because
Well,
it's so silly. Of course, I know I'm not.
What about you?
do I look like I have scars on my head?
Yes.
Like, and what are we gonna go tell the professor tomorrow? Like, hey, professor, guess what? And just exposition everything that we've seen and heard and done.
Go to the-
How do you know
I'm
the
That's
professor?
why
definitely not
you gotta
gonna
get
want to be
expelled,
in the
guys.
same room as
You
you
know,
guys when you
expelled
explain your
sounds good right now.
situation.
Go back home.
Like I didn't follow anybody.
Yeah.
I
You're in
mean-
Indiana.
See
you
somebody
know?
shoot themselves.
I wasn't there, don't get me
the
wrong,
only
but
ones
if
that's gotta go-
Professor Harold checked his watch, how do you know he's here? Supposedly he might be notes.
Yeah. You know what? I don't know. That's what's so horrible about this.
So who's a pop person, who's not?
Like, I'm with you guys, and this
Well,
is. But
nobody's pulled their
You know,
hair
he ran off all
Yeah,
of a
none
sudden
of
while
us
we
were
were
able to
discussing
pull
it.
off.
They tried to claim I was a pod person.
What's that?
They tried to claim I was a pod person.
she was with
Whoa.
the group before she joined us, so she might be a plant
Are you?
to make us feel comfortable.
Well, like I'm doing. Like, look, nothing's happening. Like,
Well, check and see if she's got any scars.
I mean, what are we gonna do, guys? Are we just gonna act like nothing happened? I'm
we're-
sorry,
we're
but
gonna
I
sit
can't
right
do
here
that.
Together
We're gonna
until
fight.
morning.
Well, we can
Let me
always
go back
ask
to all my books.
anyone.
We're gonna throw a party and fight.
We can
Like I
come up
do.
with something that we can make up tonight. That if we find one of them, we can say, give us some sort of key word that we came up with, so we'll know if they've been transplanted with someone else's brain.
So
Banana
we-
hammock.
But we can't get expelled, or that just defeats everything.
Oh no!
well, it's
We're
like,
gonna
was
go
anybody
to.
even acting kind of similar before to what they were before? Like, once they were pod people, were they still showing some sort of behaviors that the other people were having?
I don't know. I
Or was it
didn't
completely
really get to
changed?
watch Laszlo because he just disappeared on us. So
Because, like, you
Yeah,
have no
might
clue,
be
even
normal.
if the brains are switched,
Yeah,
if there's
he said he
not
popped
knowledge
up.
still there.
We know with Clarissa,
Yeah, these popped up behind us.
the mannerisms were kind of spot on, but
Maybe
manner
she
of
was
dress
just having
wasn't.
a bad hair
But
day.
here's the thing: we also don't
She was wearing
necessarily.
pants.
Right. We also don't know if any of us have actually seen her in her room before.
Like the cane can, take them up and then drop them.
Well, like, let's not
That may
forget-
be her "I'm sitting around my house" clothes. Her comfy pants.
Yeah. Could be.
Well, but I mean, Little Rod called himself, what was it,
Keith Clark.
Keith Clark. I mean, he said he was a whole nother person.
And he told us
And
to
then he-
avenge his
Yeah, but now he's
brains
also
up.
dead, yeah, so. he might
Someone
just
needs
have-
to
He
find
blew
out
it.
if they can find any information about Keith.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can
And
start
I'm probably
there.
the best person for that.
probably.
Because I am the librarian.
And I will say that will not take a skill check, but you'll do tomorrow.
So,
After we talk to
But, like, I'm still kind of, like, sketchy about you guys. Because, like, he's like, I've got people acting
because it
weird.
is. We're like,
And y'all tried to kill
but we're
people.
secretly fighting, like, within the school. Like,
And there's
I'm digging
tentacles
it.
and fog, and I'm
We have a
just so
training
done.
montage while we're going to class.
Like, I can't even right now.
I can't even.
You can't
We're
even.
Dumbledore's army, basically.
I feel like they must have some of their regular traits though, because Higgins told me a terrible joke. He did.
Well, they know
But-
we're onto
but
it.
he's
the
obviously
thing is, the
Yeah, but you don't know if
personality
he's got a
disorder or
switched
something.
brain, though.
Well, if he
Or
was
if he's just
in the
coerced,
woods
or-
at the cemetery then I'm assuming he's a pod person.
Or they found
pick
another
up
way
one of
to
these
force
people.
it.
See, the scary thing is though, they know we're onto them. What are they going to do to us?
We should take it to them.
Yeah.
Flash. We should go try to capture one of them.
The people who can help.
Or we could try to find
good
the
point.
Just
thing.
one of the ones we know for
just
sure.
asked me to
We could
kidnap
just-
someone.
Not the
in
one.
room.
Okay. Not the
We
one
can
who
just
can
try to
disappear.
find the thing
Okay.
that
Yes,
doesn't
me
give
too.
us-
I mean, I'm honestly torn. On one hand, I'm thinking, yeah, let's get someone, put them in a basement somewhere, really work them over, get some answers. On the other hand, I'm thinking, that's
We're-
creepy, that's wrong, that's...
We're already suspected of kidnapping and torturing
I'm
some
not talking about-
helpless girl, so that probably isn't a good place.
So prove them right.
Yeah, I don't think it's a serial
Black and 30
not
minutes.
crazy.
Yeah.
I wish I had
Everyone,
Oh, Two-Face over
everyone was there.
But you were in the room with her.
We could ignore all this.
Because we all could have there.
But we could just go about our classes and try to graduate and go.
We can volunteer to help ourselves, you know.
Why don't we try to get the item they're trying to find?
There you
That's what
go.
I'm saying. We need to find
Yeah,
what
we
they're
were
looking
just
for.
Tell us about tentacle monsters.
Do we know
got
anything
people
about-
teleporting. We got people claiming that they're really overflowed. Like this
Yeah.
is way
You got
over
him
our
in
heads.
heads. You got me in trouble.
I'm just gonna say it. Why are we still alive?
That's a good point.
Maybe we're part of this whole plan.
Because Blaine probably didn't want to kill us.
Yeah, and that just leads us further down the rabbit hole.
Which
Why would Blaine want to kill us? Or why
See, my
would
character
he-
doesn't like
Because
to
his
have-
monologue-
I'm going to try to suggest a natural phenomenon that would
No,
affect
but
everybody.
there's something bigger at stake.
Everybody's archaeology digging, right? We hit a gas pocket. You're all high.
Yeah, but why would you even?
But we're back at the school.
You
We're
have
still
unimaginable
After
power.
effects. You have
Why
no
would
clue
you
how much
even
that
leave
you
this little
inhale.
monkey wrench laying around? There's a little monkey wrench. There's some students that know some secrets about me. I'm just going to let them live. Like, that's weird. Am I the only one who doesn't think that's weird, guys?
We don't know the Blaine
I think
can
it's
teleport.
reasonable to
Let's
like
capture
let people
Blaine.
live.
Right?
No,
It
Blaine
does
can
sound
do
reasonable.
more evil things.
Like, there is...
If they were to kill us, that might bring more attention to what's going on over there. They might have more
Exactly.
Or maybe just a
They're
reasonable
trying.
person doesn't like
They don't want it to
somebody.
get messed up.
Right?
Maybe that's good.
I don't know. I'm just anxious to get to the library and
But
look
that
into a few
means-
things tomorrow
By
and
that,
see if we can figure out
let's
what's
have
up.
a slumber party tonight. I don't want to sleep.
Have a lock in at the library.
Yeah, I'm just like basically in denial
call
that
him
any
my
of
bear.
this is happening. There's a perfectly good reason any of all this is happening. You just don't know it.
What about the mist? You saw the mist?
Is that all
I
of it?
told you we were all high. We inhaled the gas pockets.
Yeah.
Digging.
But you weren't there with us.
But I was at another site digging.
That's true.
We
But
aware
not
of any
everyone
items
knows.
that
Spores.
they're all
There's
come
mold
across?
spores
But
everywhere.
also, not everybody went to the dig site.
Are we aware of
All
any
right,
strange
yeah.
item or rare
That
item?
only
I told you she's
serves
a
to
know-it-all.
point to the idea that you probably are a pod person.
Say it
Yeah,
one
you're
more
trying
So
time.
you
to
would rather
Hey,
there be
come
ghostly
back, hold on a second.
tentacle stuff.
Frank's trying to ask a
than-
question for the third time, and I just literally cannot hear it.
Professor Harold,
Yes.
do we know that he's found any sort of item recently?
No.
Or any item that he's told us about that he doesn't know what it is? Or
Okay, sorry.
Well, I will say that whenever I was talking to Higgins and asked if they had found anything, I mean, he seemed to act a little bit odd whenever he said that they didn't find anything, and I don't really believe him.
Let's go kick his door down.
Right. So fake Rodney.
Maybe
Someone
they're just
else
trying
has
to keep
more
the
trouble
discovery
now?
to themselves so
Okay,
they
yeah.
can get all the
So
credit
real quick,
for it.
we at least semi know they found something because yes,
Yeah.
he was weird about it, but Rodney flat out said
Yeah.
they
There
found
you go.
something.
So obviously they just made some groundbreaking discovery and want to take all the credit for it.
That's
and
what
don't
a
want to share it
pod
with anybody.
person would say.
So you would rather
All right.
believe in tentacles
they
than
fired a
put
laser at us. What about that? Did you guys not get? They also,
It was lightning.
it was like lightning being fired at us. It was like
Maybe
a gun
we
that
can get
shot
some of
lightning
these
bolts
now.
at us.
And
Well, there has been storms.
Rod Clark, whatever, said to avenge his family.
And he shot
So
his
let's get
brains
to
out
avenge
in front of me.
Do
Yeah.
we really know the state of his mentality
oddly
beforehand?
accepting.
Are you deeply personal
He's a
with this
pod
man
person,
and does
so I don't
he's
care about
struggling
He
with
finally
some
got the
sort of
proof he
tragedy
needed.
in his life?
He's been blaming everybody.
Well, I just need to...
I have seen strange things.
And you've had nightmares.
Me too.
I've
We
had
all
nightmares.
have.
Well, no, even before I met any of y'all, I've seen strange things.
Florida season 2.
I've seen strange Earth.
Tilly didn't go with us.
My
She didn't see the moon,
Okay.
rhino,
Yeah, I wasn't
whatever.
there for any of it.
tentacle
Okay.
rhino.
But you have no
and
reason to believe I am or am not a pod person.
The tentacle
But I've got no
squirrels.
reason to believe
The reason
anything
why-
other
the
than
Were
reason
you not
why
there
I'm
for the
not at
spaghetti
home on the
squirrel?
farm-
Nope.
Wow. Wow.
Only
Anything
thing
about-
I saw was the fog, which was explained
The
away
demon?
by being
Well,
exposed
you
to
didn't see
something
that.
at an archaeological dig.
Isn't
It's
it weird you got in
happened.
trouble too?
Yeah, but some of us weren't at the archaeological trip. We were actually in town.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
She has seen far less than everyone else.
It's true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually seen as much as I have.
Let's
If
take her
not
to
a
the
little bit
woods.
Well, if she was
The
with
only
them
thing
on
I
the
saw
expedition,
was
well,
some
this
dancing
is not the
gate
original
devil.
one,
And
though.
the-
Never mind.
Goatman.
Oh, so we
You
got
saw the
every
dead
race
body
involved.
out there.
Yeah. Let's go read some.
But I
I'm
smashed the
lumping
bread.
that in
Another
with the,
part.
with the gate.
Well, wait.
Okay.
Let's go find some out.
Little
And actually,
Rod
no, I didn't.
Keith or Franklin
Oh,
Rod
you
blew
did.
his brains out.
Everyone saw that.
Yeah.
So how are they going to explain
Okay,
that
you
one
can see
tomorrow
it.
morning?
We were in
That's
our
why you
dorms
didn't see
the
it.
entire night.
They're
Why did
probably
you
gonna
guys
find
bring
another
me out of
one.
my room?
With a big Band-Aid
You
on.
destroyed my alibi.
Drup. Exactly. It's like, why'd you drag me into this? I haven't seen what you've seen.
We were
I
trying to
am
break
not
in
saying the
and
pod
do
people are
stuff.
right. I'm not saying that
Some
they're
people
acting
we
weird
got
So you
or
admit they're
whatever.
pod people?
I just,
Alright, so we need-
I'm just saying
Hell,
that
he could be
I
a pod
haven't
person
got any
too.
proof either way that
Wait,
any of
who
this
we
is
get in
going
trouble
on,
by?
and there's perfectly logical explanations as to why. And I just want to go back
Who
to
showed up?
my schooling.
Was it the
This is
president?
going to sound
I've got no
Last
agenda
Thursday,
here.
it was not
like
the president.
Tom Cruise crazy.
It was the guy.
Just be glad it's him, not you.
Yeah, but there's a lot of crazy, serious things going down that yes, you haven't seen, but believe it or not, you're safer with all of us than
trust
on
me.
your own.
Very
Y'all
difficult
are
to
acting
believe. Look
weirder
at
than the
us.
people you're
So,
saying are
We
weird.
are weird. We
Except
see some
Shooting
things.
lightning
We're
at
damaged
people
goods.
is not weird.
So,
Let's not.
They
Compared to
look
the way
like
y'all
me,
acted,
though.
I didn't see that. Y'all could be exaggerating,
Let's
making
not
stuff
forget that the people you're so willing to explain away as not being what they're saying or what we're saying also lump you in with us, knowing that you came in with them and let you take a rapturous possession that you had nothing to do with.
Word.
All of us here know that.
Word to your mother.
You weren't in that house. You came in with them. But you were in cuffs with the rest of us. That's weird. That's really
up.
weird.
People are illogical and hysterical.
Yeah, no.
Especially,
Logical and hysterical.
especially after
Down
y'all
to
just
the
like
plan.
threw axes and stuff at them. Everybody's just under arrest until they figure it out.
None of the others did. None of the other students got arrested.
Yeah. You're the only one that.
Yes,
You're
that's
the
strange.
only
I
one-
acknowledge it's strange.
But even before that happened, you were lumped in with us.
No, I wasn't lumped in with you until he placed everybody under arrest. I came in with everybody.
Right.
And then y'all started to act fools.
No, before that, he started trying to arrest us before him.
Before Axe Man.
And there's a little bit of animosity there.
Well,
Before
Yeah,
him,
that was coming. That
he was already trying to arrest us, including you. Everyone else got to move away. All the others who were part of the same dig group that you were in got
Then
to
why do
move
you think
away.
why do you think I'm one of them then if I was
I
grouped in
don't.
with you?
I don't. I'm not saying you are. I'm saying you have reason to believe us over them.
Come with us and you'll
She's got a
believe us.
point.
Because out of the 15 students on this expedition, or on that expedition, 7 of them, 7, were going to let you go to jail knowing you had nothing to do with it. Not a thing.
Yeah.
Do you have any bright ideas about what's going on or what to do? That doesn't involve trying to kidnap people?
We always find this item that they're
I
talking
think before we do anything,
We should come up
we
with a
need
story.
to think on the long term as well.
I
Even
was
if
gonna
we
say,
figure
if
this
we have-
out, we have a meeting with the president
We have
in
to
the
come up with a
morning.
story to tell him. Because the truth, I hate to be that guy too.
He'd
I
look
want
at
to
us
blow
like
this
we were
out of
crazy.
the water. Yeah, he'd look like we probably would get expelled if we told him everything we know, what we think, and what we're thinking about doing. We're probably gonna go
Well,
expelled and probably go to jail.
I'm going to tell you,
Yeah,
in
we could
defense
use
of my
that
education,
possible
I am going to point out I was not with your group. You gotta give me that much. I wasn't
Yeah.
with you,
I
which is part of your problem. But
spent the last 10 minutes admitting that.
I'm gonna throw. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but
y'all
I'm
can't get
just,
mad at
whatever
me
they
for
tell
saying
me I
that to the
did, I'm
president.
just gonna say I did it. I'm gonna go along with them. I'm gonna throw mercy. I'm gonna be like, I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna
Thank you
blame
for
them.
this second opportunity. Yada yada yada. Give me my slap
What's the
on the
blood?
wrist, and as soon
You
as
gonna
I
say
get
it's a
out
kid-
that door,
Pig's blood or what?
Blame the student that's on vacation.
no, I'm not pig's blood. I'm just.
Well, I mean, there's blood all over the place. They're saying they well, how would
I'm just gonna be like,
Maybe
I
a
don't
chicken,
know.
bunch
I
of
don't know.
chickens
And you know
coyotes
what?
got
The
in there or
cops don't seem to know either.
Okay.
They don't. I mean, ask the
What now?
officers. Ask the, because I don't know how that got there, and nobody will believe us anyway, right?
I'm willing to go in there and we can see
If we
have a
own up to
punishment
the
yet.
whiskey, at least saying we don't know anything about the rest of it might work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saying we don't know anything about all of it,
It's
Well,
horrible.
we all
Right,
have
we,
to or
we
not.
clearly have that girl.
We
in
can't
there.
just have a couple of us sit there and go, no, that's not what happened.
Right.
And make the rest of us look like fools.
I know.
We're gonna become like social pariahs. Yeah, I
We
mean,
are.
But
No,
we
no, but I'm
rescued
saying we
that
can't-
girl. We're heroes.
We can't go to the president
Not in
and,
their eyes.
and 6 of us say one thing and 3 say the other.
no, that's why we're talking about it now.
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
that's what I'm telling y'all. I'm just gonna.
We, or at least I, told the cops in the place that we had found her in a cellar with 2 men torturing her. I didn't say anything about the goat thing.
Go, man.
Whatever. They're not going to believe me on that. What if we say we found the whiskey there?
Yeah.
In the forest?
We were
In
having
In
the
that
shack.
shack?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, we just
Need to bite the
We
bullet.
found it there. I mean, we can even try the whole. We weren't sure what it was at first until we got back with
Yeah,
it.
because we don't.
Hey,
But
can
then
always
we
say
might
got
get charged
drugs.
with theft.
But,
We
man,
can say we were in a party and,
and I'm pretty sure y'all all know this too. But we should probably from now on. We should just.
What is this?
I'm hearing voices now.
But we should definitely buddy system wherever we go. We should just go about our classes. Hey, we've learned the error of our ways on the outside, but on the inside, this doesn't end. This isn't over. Like we're taking this. This is still a war. This is a secret war.
we'll master our Patronus spells.
Yeah, gotta master our Patronus spells. We
There
have-
is no room of requirement.
I am, because I'm the whole time I'm thinking like Dumbledore's army, like we gotta be good on the outside, and we gotta take them down from the inside. The whole school year, if it takes the whole
So
school year,
basically,
it will.
we take our punishment. We take our punishment and keep going.
It always takes a school
Yeah.
Yeah, it always takes a school year. Every adventure takes a school year.
year. Exactly 9 months.
Yeah. But yeah, right? I mean, unless you guys really want to. If you want to jump in there and you want to tell them everything, I guess.
We
What I'm
can't.
saying is, we're a group, we're a team.
He's
we're-
gonna look at us.
But
like
we
we're
can't.
crazy
We
and
can't
try
tell
and have
them.
us come
We're gonna
in.
tell them that Sam and I went to a graveyard last night, met up with Lazo, who appeared with some ray gun.
No, we don't know
and
anything about that. But you know what, though? This is helpful because what if, and I'm just kind of, thinking here, what if he committed suicide because he did horrible things to that girl?
We're
He
not
confessed.
pinning.
Now you're thinking like them, and I like it.
So-
That's how we get into their heads.
I mean, we can say that Roderick
Good
knew
thing
about
in your
her.
face.
Yeah.
We can say that.
Just as a clarification,
Yeah.
none of you have any idea why you're meeting with the president tomorrow.
Ah, good point.
No, we're just
Roderick also
Yeah,
probably
we're-
hasn't
And we have a
realized.
lot after.
A
Although,
lot of
uh,
assumptions thrown around.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
assuming punishment.
They're putting
But
on
as
a lot of
students,
pressure.
we
It's
would
disciplinary.
assume that. We would
Yeah.
naturally
Right? I
assume
think
that.
that is.
I'm
okay,
simply
yeah.
clarifying that
Yeah, yeah.
there's never been a mention of why you're meeting with
Right.
them.
Yeah.
But we'd still like to have
He
our
might-
So
story.
don't start confessing too quickly.
Yeah,
He might be
No,
doing a
we'll
good
just,
job.
we'll just wait there.
Well, no, we should
Okay.
let him see what he has to say, and then
Yeah.
make sure we have our
Absolutely.
story set. If
Absolutely.
it's
So let-
something-
He
Let's
might be
do
a
that.
Zordon.
So
you know?
let's call it a night, and you guys can sleep, and then we'll get up in the morning and meet with the president.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Anything in particular we want to do fairly quickly before that meeting? You don't have a whole lot of time because it's 9 a.m. and you guys have been up pretty late.
At this
He wants
point,
to
I'm gonna take it.
bathe
I'm gonna look out
Brush
the
my
window.
Put some innocent
I'm
stick on
suspicious.
his face.
Yeah.
I didn't sleep.
And try to open
Just
that eye a
presentable.
little bit. Yeah.
Just presentable.
I nodded off for an hour or two.
So the meeting with the president goes pretty much as planned. The two main things are he ensures you that this is not a meeting to discuss what happened. As a matter of fact, he's very adamant that we will not be discussing what happened. This is a meeting to emphasize to you what a severe slight this was against the university and how there must be no further altercations. especially any considering alcohol with any of you on campus now. And for the time being, all expeditions back to Cobb's Corner have ceased, not just for you, but for everyone. So it's very important you keep this under wraps. He asked you not to talk about what happened in public, and not to answer any questions. If someone asks you questions about it, please refer them back to him or take them to him. And that's it. That's all he wants to talk about.
I could do that. I could do that.
Very short and to the point meeting. So, essentially you folks are on campus. School's about to start, so there's a lot of students coming back. It has not yet started. Maybe the week before, we'll say. There's a good bit of activity on campus, but classes haven't started just yet. What do you want to do?
Do we not have stayover?
What's that?
Nothing.
What? Huh?
No, they're,
A little incident?
They're meeting about their incident.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It's
right.
spelled.
Yeah.
You
Didn't
didn't
say
say
a word.
Wow.
Didn't say a word?
Cool.
Okay,
No,
I want
He
to
said exactly what I said.
go and see like the nurse or something. And
Can you put my
Now
face?
they
and see if anything can be done about the state of my health. I'm
Oh,
recovering from my concussion.
I
and
want to
whatnot.
pick a new
Getting
person
kicked
to
in?
start shadowing. I mean, I got a whole school year. A whole school year of stocking to do.
I'll help you out on that.
Yeah, all right. We're going to get more stocking done that way.
I'll follow you.
See there? All right. Gonna be
I still think we need to break in the professor's office and look for that item.
yeah, out of character. I do not condone this at all, but in character, I'm gonna stalk my ass off.
Something's going down.
I agree with him. Let's sneak in there and get that out of the first off.
I'm gonna have to cut the game short because we got some silliness going on with SpotCon DMs, to be honest with you guys.
Oh,
The SpotCon DMs?
No, it's this. I'm not going to get into
Things
it.
Was
Being
it over the
recorded.
one thing? Was it the X
Yeah.
thing?
Cut the
Oh,
feed!
yeah.
Cut the feed!
I asked about it. I just asked. My only question was if
You're
we
fine.
had to use it or
You're
not.
fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
Yeah.
There's
I
a
was
lot
genuinely
of massive-
curious.
There's a lot of massive bad assumptions being made.
Oh, I haven't even checked it.
That's
Is it
not a-
blowing up on there?
You don't want to.
that's not a specific group for that, right? We don't need to join that,
You
right?
shared it the way it was.
The
I was afraid it was
SpotCon
going to
one?
go
I
that
don't know
way.
what the SpotCon one.
Anyway, back to this.
Yes.
So, it's like 9:30. I mean, you guys had no time at all with the president. So, what do you
I'm
want to
gonna
do?
go back to the library
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna go to the library.
Okay.
because now I have a name to look for.
So your keeper is kind of a crappy keeper, and there's a handout, but I can't let you see the rest of the page. So it's this. I'll read it to you, and I'll bring a copy next week.
I saw that.
So June 12th, 1921, you do find 1921.
Well, 9 years earlier.
9 years earlier, thank you. There's a newspaper article, and this is what it says. Family found dead in Vermont. Yesterday, the bodies of Lou Ann Clark and her two sons, Simon and Samuel, ages 9 and 7 respectively, were found at a campsite at the base of the Green Mountains. Police speculate that the family had been murdered over a week ago by an unknown assailant. According to locals, the Clark family had arrived in the small town of Cobb's Corners on June 4th prior to going on a fishing, camping, and hiking vacation in the forest surrounding the town. As for Keith Clark, the husband and father of the slain family, no trace of him has been found at the scene of the terrible crime. Police continue to search for woods for evidence and have made a call for Mr. Clark to come forward to assist with their inquiries. That's the last. That's all you find. I'm sorry, that's the last.
Did it mention Keith Clark's age, or is there an age mentioned for Keith Clark?
No, just the children. 9 and 7 for the children.
They basically, they lied
And how
to
old is
Keith.
Roderick?
Roderick? He's probably like early 20s, I guess.
This guy was the
So there's no
professor.
way he's faking being somebody else and then coming forward, because that would have him being like, what, 11 having the first one. That's a little early even for that era.
That's pretty early.
Was it easy to find that information?
Yes.
Like, there wasn't. Well, the easy explanation is that obviously Roderick was having some sort of psychiatric issues, self-harmed, and pasted his own personality onto the clipping.
Or,
Keith was missing, so now he is Keith.
and I'm going out on a limb here, but this guy was murdered They took his brain out. They waited, they kept it on ice, and they put it in Roderick. And then the worst part about it is, though, they said they were going to spare his family, and they killed him anyway, like a bunch of assholes.
They used his body to kill
That's what makes me the maddest, is that these guys have unimaginable power as far as we're concerned,
Well, this is around
yet
World
they
War II,
killed these
isn't it?
people. Like,
It's after.
Or between,
It would have been between.
after World War II.
World War One.
Well,
yeah,
11 would have been
1920.
I'm probably going to regret this, but I think Flash had a pretty good intelligence score.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I won't
It's
regret
average. It is average,
it. Make
literally.
an intelligence check. I want just you to make it.
Okay.
No, you
Because I
can't.
went out on the limb.
I'm tempted to make you auto pass it, but let's see what happens.
Man, a 52. I just barely failed it.
Really? Okay.
I want to push it.
I'm going to give it to you. And there's a reason why I'm making you ask this question.
Okay.
Because as you're walking out of the meeting, or sometime right after the meeting with the president, not too early this meeting, so,
Alright.
you realize something. Where's Blaine?
Boom. Yeah. Where is Blaine? The
Yeah,
one
that's all I
need
was
to
like.
be
I almost didn't have you make a check because I was like, you of all the characters would be the one to just think like, where's this guy that I hate? Like,
Yeah,
you know?
where's the
What
joke?
do you mean he wasn't at the
Like,
meeting
yeah.
with the president? Well, I wouldn't know. He might not have been you.
I'll put it this way: you have not seen him since
He's
you
like
got
the
back.
Riddler.
Curious.
Yeah.
Why would we?
I mean, okay, I'll say that out to
Why
everybody.
would you?
Yeah, why would we see him? We're students
Yeah.
on a university. How do we know he hadn't even gotten home?
You know
Something.
he's here. He should be here. There's some students at the university, but it's not classes in session. So it's a small enough university that even within 24 hours or less, you're going to see a good number of the students who are there. And Blaine has been very prominent and involved with everything involved in the expedition up to this point. He has consistently been the one telling you folks what to do and shepherding you along the way. And probably the thing that kind of kicked Flash's brain into this idea is that of all the people who be the president's meeting, it should have been Blaine.
Should have been Blaine.
Because he was accountable for the entire team.
Yeah.
The fact that he wasn't there, like, that's just really weird.
Well, does
been
he,
disposed
does he
of?
have a dorm room? That's the next thing.
Oh,
I
what a
wanna be.
good question.
I
No.
want to explore.
He has his own apartment.
Whoa!
So you want to go and check out his farm?
Money
Yeah,
bags.
actually I do.
Yeah.
Who's coming with me? Like,
I'll join you.
I'll do that.
I'll go.
Once again, I have to go to make sure you don't take any wooden nickels.
So you got to get the address. You know he has his apartment, you don't know where.
I need to do some investigating.
I would suggest you make a stealth roll to represent that investigation.
We're gonna have a lynch mob.
Sneaky, sneaky. Alright, success.
Okay. So you're able to gain access to the student records.
666 Elm Street.
Not too worried on how. But you find out that he is on West Pickman Street, 113.
West Pickman Street.
Yeah, 113 West Pickman Street.
Pickman's model, anybody? No? Okay.
They love that. There's really, really, really love that.
So is, do you guys all want to come with me? I'm gonna go.
I don't think we need like 7 people trying to break into an apartment, so I'll wait here.
Okay.
I'm going.
I want to go to the library.
Well, like out of character, I might run into something kind of scary. So if there's more people to fight it with me, I mean, you're welcome.
You might be heroic and leave them
I'll go.
off
I'll go.
immediately.
Yeah, I might lead them away.
Okay. So you folks travel to 113 West Pickman Street. The apartment is locked, and as you're trying to knock on the door, an older gentleman walks out from 110 or 111 West Pickman Street. Let's say 109, a couple doors down. And he walks and introduces himself as Sam Flanagan and says he is the landlord. How can I help?
Yes, sir. We're from MU. Go Pods. We have a classmate of ours, a very good friend of ours, Robert Blaine. He hasn't been showing up to class. We're worried about him. Got any word? We're afraid he might be deathly sick, or honestly, could you help us Class hasn't started yet, but you know what? He should be showing up to do other stuff.
Orientation.
Yeah, he's like the president. Everything.
Mr. Flanagan tells you that the last time he saw Blaine, he was leaving on some expedition going out to the hills to some town for a couple of months where he hasn't seen him since.
How long ago was that?
A week or two at least.
Oh, a week or two. Well, sir, we were actually on that. If I think we're talking about the same, we were on that expedition. He's been back already.
Yeah.
That's what is worrying us.
In his apartment.
We went to his apartment. Well, this is strange. This might seem a bit forward, but do you mind? I mean, if we look around, we're trying to just track him down.
We'll roll it out. I don't really know you. What cause would you have to go in this? You're not paying rent.
We want to make sure
got some
nothing's
books here.
happening.
We want to find our friend.
We want to make sure nothing's happening.
Yeah. Can't you
No
see how
offense.
much we care about?
Never seen you folks before.
Secretly inside, we're like, we're gonna get you. We're just like, hey,
It's a good time for fast talk, persuasion rolls. Charm.
You silver fox.
You got better persuasion roll than me?
Mine's average. Wow, what's yours?
50.
Well, then,
I'm gonna be
I have
quiet.
this guy. Can I dress up as Blaine and say I got locked out?
go around the corner.
It's me, Blaine! Like mustache on his finger. It's me, Blaine!
But 40 years is actually a little bit better.
So I guess I'll persuade. Well, we can both roll persuade.
Tell you what, I'll help you out.
Whew! I am fucking charming.
You're my sister, but
So you're
man,
charmed.
you're
I'll even kind of railroad this, makes it a little more fun. Rather
For
than
the
playing
record,
on
I got a 1.
rather than playing on your gender, you notice the apartment next to Blaine's is empty and has a for rent sign.
I have been looking for a new place. Nothing against you, I just hate living on campus.
I understand.
Like, you can come with.
Yeah. And you would understand, right?
They kind
sir?
of give you a bonus to your charm, is what that's kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a young woman. She has it. It's just not proper.
So you can hit the woman angle, and you can also hit up the fact that you're interested in renting. So
Okay, now I have to actually do it.
you don't have to. It's up to you. We role play it or not. Your choice.
Come on, you know you want to seduce this
I mean, I do, but I'm also being recorded. So
one.
and I don't want that on the internet. He just like turns the camera towards me.
You want it on the internet, not
Own it,
watch
dude. Own it.
There's gonna be so many
Hold that,
gifts.
hold
Do
that
it so
pose,
hard you
James.
make
All
him
right,
jealous.
Go.
No.
Later when he gets a big job. Well, we looked you up on the internet, and this is what we found.
God damn it, no. Just no.
You seduced an imaginary landlord. Quite an impressive resume, I might add.
You have the job.
Not
It'll be
every
my
day.
job. Part of that.
Oh gosh.
Just say.
Just
Get a
so
hard
you know,
success
it's
rate.
I
okay.
can't do it seriously now because of all this stuff.
Totally
So
fine. You do not have to. So you managed to convince Mr. Flanagan to let you into the office, or to the apartment, to look around. So who all goes inside?
I'll go.
I'll go
I
in.
mean, I have to.
We know
It's a
you're-
single room apartment, so it's very small. So 3 or 4.
I should see it per se.
Okay.
I'll stay outside.
So when you go in, the first thing you notice is there's really not a lot here. It's very, very sparse. It's very clean. It's well maintained, except 2 things. Okay, there are lots of empty whiskey bottles on the floor. In fact, there are no bottles with whiskey in them. But there are lots of empty bottles of whiskey all over the floor, and there are books and what look to be class notes, like from classes. It's kind of a contrast because there's a bookshelf or actually 2 bookshelves with books in them, and it's very, very organized. There's labels and everything what the notes are for, and then there's this mess on the floor of books and paper strewn everywhere. Psychology roll for everyone who went inside.
I got a 5.
Good.
I made it.
Yep.
Okay. So anyone who passed their psychology roll, the impression you get is that whoever was living here previously was a very organized alcoholized and almost anal person, something has happened that has completely, totally disrupted that, and you can push to the point of drinking. Because when you see that many empty whiskey bottles in that short of small of a space,
I'm also pretty sure Blaine just lost his apartment.
probably.
Because the landlord's with us.
So I'm going to assume that you folks are going to look through everything in the apartment.
Yes.
I'm
Why
going
would
to
you
try and
not?
use this as a way to get
Yeah.
cheap rent. I'm not kidding.
So, there's a complete set of encyclopedias, alphabetically shelved on the bookshelves. There's quite a few books for geology, which kind of makes sense. Beside the geology books, there are some very well-worn books on anthropology and American folklore that, beside the geology books, which are very well-worn, there are some very not at all worn, like almost brand new and untouched books on anthropology and American folklore. There is a pile of dirty clothes in the closet. There are more empty whiskey bottles hidden beneath the clothes. Next to the bed, on top of a secondhand nightstand, there's a small stack of books, all of which pertain to the occult. Some of the titles are H.P. Blavatsky's Iris Unveiled, Reginald Scott's The Discovery of Witchcraft, and Lodovico, I can't pronounce that, Maria Sinistari's Demonality.
Damn.
There's a desk. There's no rolls required for this search, so I'm just telling you what you find. In the desk, you find an interesting letter, which we'll come back to. Let's see. Okay, that's all you find. Past that, you can make spot hidden, search, look, listen, whatever type of rules you want to make for. But I need to know specifically what you're looking at her for and what skill you're using. So please do not just say, I'm doing a spot hidden roll, what do I find?
I'm a spot hidden anything based like hidden shelves or something.
No, I need way more specific than that. Because the original investigation of the room gave you all of that.
Okay.
So anything past that, I need to know specifically part of the apartment, a thing you're looking at.
You're not
Shelf.
searching. Yeah.
Okay, so you look at the bookshelf, okay?
I do not pass.
Okay.
Can I use a listen to say I'm listening just for any other footsteps on there, or is that too much to...
You don't need a listen roll for that.
Listen
You don't hear any other footsteps.
And
Okay.
outside, I'm looking to see if anyone is watching us like they were before.
It's my head.
It's pod people. I made my spot hidden.
Do not see anyone who appears to be watching you. Who wants the suspicious letter?
spot it in the desk, I guess, for secret compartments, something like that. Maybe something we might have missed. Listen will work for that too, but my spot hit's a little bit better. Nope, don't matter. Don't push it. Just
We're not inside. Should I suggest something? Check to see if there's any pages marked in the books.
Yeah. Well, that'd be a spot hidden on the books, right?
That's what I was doing. Want to do it again?
Yeah, except Blake's already looked at the bookshelf, but you
Over
can
there.
do it again
Yep.
too.
Yeah. All right. So no. Okay. Well, still like that. So there was a closet with just like dirty clothes.
There's two bookshelves, a bed, a desk, a closet with dirty clothes in it. I think that's it. There's the nightstand.
Can I look through the bed?
This room.
Like under the mattress and
Yes.
stuff?
Oh, you're looking under the mattress? No need for a roll.
Oh.
When you lift up the bed, back in this day, down was the most frequently things the mattresses were stuffed with. When you pick up the bed, immediately feathers fly all over the bed. So there's, that's not normal. That bed should not just be, exactly, a hole in it. So when you pick up the bed and the feathers fly everywhere as they kind of settle down, you see a slit has been cut in the middle of the mattress on the bottom side.
Can I reach in?
Yeah. Inside you find a journal. If you open inside the front cover, it said it belongs to Daphne Levine. And as As you open the journal, that falls out.
Maybe this was his girl.
So he doesn't realize that we're, searching it.
Yeah.
Talk about rent. Trying to get a cheaper rent now that I've, found that I will possibly live next to criminals.
Anybody want to see if there's anything in the
Are you
clothes?
sure I can't?
I was laughing because Brenda's husband just tagged me in a post from
It's also
August
nasty.
2015.
I hate it when people do
Is
that.
it a memory or something? That,
I guess. I don't know. It's just
I
that's like
hate
how
it
it
when
tagged you.
people do that.
August 2015. What the heck?
funny.
He really wanted me to see it.
Yeah, he doesn't get off work until
So-
7.
Assuming you want to read the journal, right?
Yeah, I did, but I shared it with
That
him.
fell out. That's not the journal.
Oh,
that fell
that
out of
fell
the journal.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah. So when you read the journal, it is written by Daphne Devine, and it's essentially Daphne has submitted her journal to Professor Harold in hopes that she and her colleagues could be sent back to Cobb's Corner, allowing them to collect more data and possibly physical evidence of strange creatures said to be living in the mountains. The journal begins by outlining the successes the group has had to date, explaining how the Cobb's Corner's locale is rife with local legends. Next, she details her plans for re-interviewing a local man named Jethro Cratchit.
Didn't we talk to him?
In the hope to obtain his grandfather's diaries, as they contain a wealth of folk tales he collected while working as a traveling salesman. Finally, the bulk of the journal is composed of the local legends the group was able to gather. There are no stories directly alluding to the presence of anything. Everything talked about as far as creatures and whatnot is just strange creatures and odd things in the folk world. So, nothing referring to anything you guys heard from the incident in the graveyard or what you saw previously at the river.
Can I use the spot hidden on the nightstand, I guess?
I'm renting an apartment, clearly.
Yeah, didn't quite get it.
I guess soft spot in the closet with him.
Here's the closet. Yeah, I did the nightstand. Yeah.
Sam Flanagan's kind of pace, and he's like, anything else? You guys are kind of turning this place upside down.
Yeah.
You whisper over him, keep on seducing him.
Yeah.
Because that's how it works, right? You
Just tell them that we're really concerned for our friend and we're just trying to find something to point us where it's. Because obviously he didn't come back from the trip.
Yeah. That's not how this
No, it's the
works.
1920s.
That's
It's
not
all
how
about the
any of
risk.
this
Oh,
works.
yeah.
Did anybody spot him in the bathroom?
No one wants to touch the bathroom.
You check out the bathroom, I guess.
I'm blowing out flashlight.
It's a one-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
Oh, bathroom?
Bathroom.
Yes.
Probably like
Walk to the bathroom, yeah.
Yep. House guys.
Well, could we give him the number
Yeah, I'll
to
find out
reach us
shower.
like at the university and be like, you know what?
Yeah.
If he turns up, could you contact us, please?
He's more than happy to.
All right.
This place is cheaper than
So you guys return to the
You're
university.
really gonna stay here?
Hold on, though. This place is cheaper than the dorms, yeah? Can I convince him to give me a cut on rent because there's freaking whiskey bottles all over this dude's apartment? I'm gonna live next to a criminal.
He says you can discuss it when you come back with your things.
You really gonna move out here?
Yeah, so I'm assuming when we go back to university that y'all share all the information you found inside, including these. Right?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I
I'm
was just
going to
freaked
go to the
out.
library to look for look for research on the folklore.
Dude, before you do that, so you folks come back. I'm assuming you're all going to meet together again and discuss what happened.
Yep.
Where are you meeting? Let's say you're meeting where the phone is that you gave me the phone number to call you because it rings and someone answers the phone. It is Sam Flanagan.
Wow, that was quick.
And he tells you that not long after you folks left, not only did Blaine return, but just a few seconds ago, he heard the sound of a gun going off in Blaine's apartment.
Run away.
So,
He can't kill himself.
Macho Types went ahead to
right.
Blaine.
Yeah.
Scholarly likes.
I was gonna kill you.
I'll just hold
Yeah.
Because that's what he uses it.
You come
Well,
to
I,
I'll
well,
go to-
theoretically, I was at the library
can't
while they
even
were
hold
at the
my
I'll go to the
Okay.
library. I'll go to the library with you
I'm that kind of chick.
in case something weird happens.
Okay. But see, I really want to go to the library because not only do I have library use, but I have one of my main things is history.
Well, we're gonna stop there.
I want to see the
Great stop.
We're on our way back. Yeah.
Hey, I've got really good history.
Or he'll be there with the gun to be like, yeah, shut this gun off. Now I got you.